Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome back to Brigade. It has been so long since I've been in this game, I can't believe that we're here. But when I saw that the 2.0 update was about to launch, I knew I had to check it out. And I thought, well, rather than doing a video, let's do a stream. Let's go check it out together. And here we are. Thank you very much, Vincent Bry, for the follow as soon as the stream started. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. And hey, Daedra, good to see you. I'm glad that you are able to join us for this, I think, pretty special stream. For those who may be newer to the channel or haven't been here for a while or don't follow my video side, Brigade is a game I played a lot of when it early access a couple of years ago. I think I did something in the range of 46 videos on the game, and then unfortunately I had to step away from it. But it looks like this new 2.0 update has addressed a lot, excuse me, a lot of my concerns or issues with the game at the time. So I kind of just want to jump in and get playing and see how we go. There's a lot of stuff in the 2.0 update. I've actually not gone too deep on the patch notes because I want to kind of be surprised by a lot of it, but the main things are fully realized pilots now with new mechanics and over 100 traits, so they have randomly generated skill trees that then repeat. Very interesting. Totally new campaign and world map, which is great. New and improved content, missions, maps, factions, I love that. And some more community-driven quality of life updates. Hey Hildebrand, how's it going? So, there's a lot on show here. Let's see what we have to deal with. Now, there is a new tutorial and a new game opening. I have played through this. It's great, but I want to get into the meat and potatoes of the game as fast as possible. So we're going to jump past the tutorial missions and straight into the actual game with a quick start. To keep this nice and flowing just for this stream, we're either going to play on normal or hard. Main difference seems to be we generate more heat, we do less damage, take more damage. I think I'll stick with normal just for this run through, and we'll see how we're going, and then maybe if people really enjoy the game we can have a look at running a hard or even like a custom super hard run through or something. But I think just keeping everything at 100% the way the developers intended, I think that's probably how we want to start things out. So let's load into the game and have a look at what we're going at. We're going to have a quick look around our base and everything before we kick off. Okay, we're running a quick start. Hey Salty, how's it going? I just started playing this stuff I wanted to suggest on next Terran Victor stream. Excellent. Well, yeah, as I said, I'm a big Terran fan of Brigade X, and this is me coming back after a long break. So there is a quick start tutorial that will pop up. This is just showing me this my navigation bar, the camera controls. We'll have a look at all this in a second, and we're ready to go. So one of the things that has changed is the world map is now set up in little sections. So rather than having access to the whole world map at once, we instead, can you see my mouse? Yes, you can, good. We instead have these little areas to fight through, and then you get to the front line and you move on to the next area. So it keeps your conflict controlled to a small territory sector, which I actually quite like. It means there's not too much to think about at one time. Let's have a look at our pilots. We're going to customize them all up, and we'll probably name them after people in the stream. So I normally name these after people who've supported. That's more for like Xenonauts. So we start off with 3 mechs first of all. So we have Longbow, which is currently rocking a marksman rifle and a multiple rocket launch system. We have Protector, which is an assault rifle and shield, and we have Warden, which is an incomplete mech that we need to finish construction on. Then we currently have 4 pilots. We have Kilo, who is a defender, and she has, or they have, the starting trait of Shield Specialist. This pilot has a higher tolerance to fatigue. The piloted mech has reduced damage output, but withstands more damage to shields while also reducing their weight. So they're made to carry shields. They do plus 35% barrier percentage on shields. The shields have 35% more armor. They do 10% less weapon damage. Their shields weigh 3 less, and they can actually fight for longer, having more fatigue. Then they've got some. Well, we'll have a look at these skills as they level up, I think, rather than spending too much time in menus to start with. We have Sierra here. He is a short-range king. So he has a 25% increased damage at short range. His unit speed is increased by 2, but he gets tired a little bit faster. Love the idea of a short-range king. Oh, let's just move chat. Let's put chat up here for the moment, just so you're not getting covered up. Then we have Foxtrot, who is a sharpshooter. Foxtrot is a Deadeye, so they get plus 50% to long-range damage. They also get tired faster, and they also have less health. So glass cannon. And then we also have Tango, who is an engineer, and they have preventative maintenance. which is mass, so they can carry backpacks. Pilot repairs 50% integrity of their mech frame before deploying to combat. Also reduces backpack. The game music is too loud. Okay, we'll fix that, Hildebrand. Thank you for letting me know. Let's fix that right now. We'll get to see all my settings. I think that's my bad for not fixing that before the stream. Let's dump the master volume down to 75%, and I'm going to dump the music volume down to about 60%. And that should make things a little bit easier, because it's quite swelly. Lasers do go pew pew. So yeah, we've got they repair by 15%, and they backpacks they carry way less, and they actually get less fatigued as well. So it sounds like we're going to need a long range mech, a short range mech. So I think I'm going to rebuild Longbow. Here's a marksman rifle. This is a sniper mech. Let's build Warden. We just need names for all of these mechs, but let's rebuild Warden into a close combat mech. So let's see what we start off with in terms of body parts. We've got heavy legs right now. I don't really want to use those if I can avoid it. For upper, okay, we've only got heavy parts right now by the looks of it. Heavy legs, yeah, heavy arm, no backpack. And do we have them? We've got a shotgun, a sniper rifle, a marksman rifle, and a machine gun. None of these are great close range weapons, if I'm being totally honest. When we just set this up with a marksman rifle, and we will rebuild it into a close range rock mech when we get the time for it. I'd like to keep chat up here if I can. I think it needs to be about here. Okay, we need names for our mechs, because it's pretty boring going with the pre-built ones. We also maybe want to do color schemes for them as well. Is this sort of like Gundam? So what it is a turn-based mech combat game where we can see a little bit into the future, so we can like move our mechs around and get them to dodge incoming fire before it happens. And that way we end up fighting much harder foes than we should be able to take on. And this has just had a really, really big update to it. Hey Shakevid, how's it doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, so I did think I said hello to AB in 2PY, so welcome to that as well. Who wants to suggest names for our mechs? Or should we just keep them with the default names for now? And then maybe we'll go with names from the stream for pilots. So who do we got here? Who is the first person to speak with Daedra? So Kilo, you're going to be Daedra. So their call sign will be Daedra. 1175. And then the next person to speak on stream was Hildebrand. So you can be Sierra. I like to actually put people in mechs, because then when they die I feel really guilty. Hildebrand. And then we had AB in 2PY, so you're going to be Foxtrot. AB-IN2PY. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. And then finally, we have Shake Vivid as our engineer. Shake_Vivid. Cool. I like to have my actual pilots as people. All right. It's too late. This is we'll come to that in a minute. This isn't a war. This is a resistance. You're getting drafted. Okay. So all we need to do now is we need to take the mobile base into here. Oh, actually, we can't build any other frame yet, can we? Oh, I can build another frame. I have a core. Okay, we're going to build another frame. We're going to get that set up as well. So we started with a thing to build another core. But we need to get salvaged to actually outfit that mech so we can deploy for. I keep going to world map. Now let's head to the front line. Okay, the crawler rests outside a busy border outpost. Outside, your allies are busy preparing defenses. You don't need so busy there. Maybe needs a quick run-through check. Helping civilians and packing to join you on the road to the next province. A few of the local 3F pilots approach your base, inquiring about joining your squad. So, just to give you some background on the world. We were the nation of Friedland, and we have been invaded by the Red Team. And the Red Team absolutely smashed our army. And we lost the war. It's now 3 years later, and we are resurging into resistance to try and take back our country. And the main reason we're doing that is we now have a mobile base for our mechs. There is an existing resistance movement that is still actively in conflict with the subjugating army, and they are called 3F. So when the game talks about, is pilot death not enabled? We would definitely turn that on. Something Dominion, yeah. So, hey, Numfrey, by the way. And hey, Salty Frosty. Did I miss you, Salty Frosty? Oh my god, Salty, I'm so sorry. I missed you to name a pilot. I'm so sorry. You'll be the next pilot. We're actually going to recruit some pilots here. I'm going to recruit you as a rookie so we can see what you turn into. I'm going to recruit Mike here. Who's got the cooler? Yeah, Mike. You're going to be Mike. So we'll recruit this pilot. And I'll rename them to Salty Frosty. And the next one will be Namfree. But do we need to actually enable pilot death? Incoming pilot damage 100%, pilot experience gain, deadly unit destruction. Pilots will be instantly killed on core detonation of a unit they are piloting. This option will make combat more difficult, requiring careful use of ejection to preserve your pilots. Let's just leave that. We'll leave it as is for now. I was going to play like as expected. No, it's okay. Shake. I'll just. It's my mistake, not your mistake. So Salty is going to be our rookie. So I jump in here now. We have a rookie in the team. That's Mike. Hey TRM, how's it going? And they will be Salty Frosty. Because I want to take them out anyway to see what they turn into. Salty Frosty 759. So sorry I missed you. Okay, so I keep pressing escape to get out of that menu. And I keep going to the world map as well. Okay, so anyway, back at the mobile base. Have I broken the game by going out of the menu there? Okay, good. So we're going to travel to our next destination. They haven't improved the music. They've added some more tracks, I think. By default, they don't die if they accumulate enough wounds. Okay. So we don't have many options. Oh, this is actually interesting. I think previously I've only been able to go to Stigbut. Yeah, I have. I've only been able to go to Stigbut. So we've only got the access to go to the Hosfred region. Have they planned the parts curve? I believe they have, but we'll see. I typed Slatty. Oh dear, Gorillas for life. It's early in the morning for me. I'll fix that when we get through. So, Hosfred, one of the first to adopt morning farming techniques. It is a thriving agricultural province. We're up against level 2 local army units. A combined arms force fielding conventional armor and kinetic weapons, responsible for most of the operations in the occupied territories. Easy target. The enemy is struggling to counter resistant forces in this region, shorter raid and contest phases, less dangerous enemy squads, and increased salvage budgets. Hey Feathers, welcome to the stream. Heavy flaws. The heavy mechs of this province deploy without secondary equipment and are easy to destroy. So this is our first place. Yeah, we'll see how we go. So let's travel to the province and we'll depart this destination. And like I said before, rather than having access to the whole world map at once, we now just have access to each province maps at the same time. I wonder when a boss map pops up here. We are kind of fighting in not Sweden. Yeah, it's a little bit Swedishy. I'm starting with a sip of tea. The enemy is still reading from your text in Headmark. Press the advantage, identify vulnerable targets, and open up a path to the mountains. The ground you gain here will be a safe haven for your allies and civilians fleeing the occupation. The tactical map lights up with enemy signatures. You've reached hostile territory. It's time to pick your next target. Sweden. Yeah, yes, give them hell. Make them pay for the transgressions. So now we're in Headmark. And we have 3 missions available to us. We have an elimination mission, which is ranked as dangerous and level 4 with 4 stars. Then there is a tank ambush at level 1. This enemy convoy is transporting valuable supplies using armored cargo carriers. Ambush the convoy and stop using these tanks to neutralize or evade the escort. And then also there is a break-in, which is to attack a guarded cache. And then this is us. So we have, we need to get, in order to liberate this province, we need to start a liberation by getting 3 progress in the raiding stage, and each of the stars represents how much progress we'll get. So if we do the elimination mission, we'll get 4 stars, which will instantly start the liberation of the province. If we do the tank ambush, the break in, we'll get basically 1 for each of those. It'll move along a little bit slower. We also have an overview down here. We can camp. We can look after everybody. We'll get to that when we get there. We've got 4 mechs. We have 5 pilots, and the tutorial is complete. So first thing I want to do very quickly is we want to fix Slatty Frosty to have the right name. Oh, I can't backspace? I can. Cool. Done. Can the team members vote on missions? No, I'm the commander. You are soldiers. You don't get to vote. Hey, Dealy Beverse, how you doing? Welcome on board. Okay, so it's not the biggest region, but I really like the detail on the map. I think it looks really nice. We're going to head off and do the tank ambush first, I think. We do now have 4 mechs, but mech 4 is just a frame and we can't deploy it yet. So we're going to have to see what we end up with. This is the worst resistance I've ever joined. We'll wait to see how good the commander is. Indeed. Map defense more depth than it used to, yeah. Okay, this tank ambush is running right into it. Okay, we might have to overdrive to catch up with this tank ambush. We also only have a certain amount of time, so in 19 hours the enemy will regroup, and we will no longer have access to everything. You want to try and take as little damage as possible because you don't have time to repair like in the old game between missions. So your main repair and rearm stages are between territory sectors rather than between missions, which makes it a lot harder. You need to be a lot more careful with your preparations. So we will be fighting in the heavy rain and with bodies of water in the vicinity. Let's suit up and prepare for the battle. So we're doing a tank ambush. There's going to be a mid-range weapon, some basic components, a thruster subsystem, and then conditionally a backpack, a short-range weapon, and a weapon system. We want the short-range weapon so we can build our close-range mech for our short-range king. We can see the enemy will be deploying on the battlefield with 2 units. There's a road that leads along here, and the enemy have 4 units in reserve. We'll be deploying down here, and it looks like the enemy have an escape zone over here. So we need to try and get over, deploy an overwatch, and kill the escorts, and then take out all of the convoy targets. So let's have a look at our squad. We have Hildebrand in the longbow. So Hildebrand is our interceptor. Let me just check his skills. Can I not check his skills from this screen? Short range king. So I don't want him in there. He's our short range king. I'm going to put AB in there instead. They are our sharpshooter, and this guy has a marksman rifle. So that will look very, very good. Daedra as a defender with the assault rifle and shield, I'm really happy with. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring Shake Vivid in. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to bring Salty Frosty in as the rookie, and we're going to put them in our new mech. Well, okay, I was trying to double click in there. A Warden 4, which is a heavy mech with a marksman rifle and a handgun, just for this mission. So what we want to do is we want to try to level Salty Frosty up. Salty currently is a rookie. They're a blank slate. So they don't have a skill tree like the other 2 pilots. So let's see what they unlock. Let's deploy to the mission. I'm happy to go. Yeah, you guys will probably be deployed into the next mission. So we'll have more pilots than we will have mechs. And the mechs don't get tired, but the pilots do. So here's our tank ambush mission. Heavy rain, as said. Lots of treasure. This game does feature full building destruction and everything, and I think they've actually made the destruction look a lot better than it was in the old version we played before. Okay, we're deploying up here, which is actually quite a nice place to deploy. Convoys are pushing quickly. Prioritize cargo units once they arrive. The guards will try to stop you. Stay focused. So, let's have a quick look. The enemy are coming in from here. It looks like they're coming in from off-map rather than coming down the road, which you'd anticipate. Yeah. And then this is their exit zone. We want to stop them from getting through to this exit zone here. This is actually a river. What we have on the map right now is a tank with a machine gun, and we have an enemy mech with a assault rifle. So we have a range advantage against these guys. I think what I want to do is basically deploy on the high ground here. Maybe have 2 guys on the high ground doing covering fire, and we'll maybe bring the shields down and around to just slam anything that wants to come down. So we'll start off by moving Daedra, who is the shield unit. I'm going to leave them to move last, actually. We'll get our sharpshooter up. They've got a dash, which is great. We'll dash them. It's actually a really awkward dash. What we'll do is we'll run along to here. So this is how you set orders. It's kind of like using Premiere Pro or DaVinci. It's actually like a timeline in a video editing software. If we stop them here, they're actually moving really quickly, which I really like. Is that a... and then we can set up an attack here. This guy will be in range, 98% chance to hit. So they're just going to run forward, they're going to jump, they're going to run to here, stop, and fire a shot at this guy. Then we're going to grab Daedra. Daedra also has a boost. They're a little bit slower because they're in a heavy mech, so I'm going to get them to double boost forward. That will get them a lot of distance, and then I want them to run. And what we're basically going to do with them is right now they're going to do a lot this turn. Next turn they're going to jump down from the cliff to take on the tank. But they're not going to do much else this turn. Best for the game is that the missions end below a minute. Yeah, they are very fast-paced, these missions. Now, we've got Salty. Salty's going to follow behind Daedra. I just want to make sure there isn't a collision. It doesn't look like there will be. There's not really a great position for Salty to get into to fire this turn. Hey, Alex Dragon, how's it doing? The other option is we bring Salty along here, and we get them to boost over. And I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get them to come here. We're going to get them to boost. We're going to get them to boost. I'm actually going to bring them down the hill, I think. They're going to come down here to fight. And then I'm just going to get them to run down to here. And we'll rearrange that next turn. So very simple opening turn. I'm going to try not to overanalyze. That's like, whenever I play these games, especially when I play them live, I try not to overanalyze. I try to keep it very fluid so that we get a decent pace of content, rather than like sitting in like 20 minutes to decide a turn. So you can see the mechs in action here. There's Daedra boosting. There's the boost from AB. There's the boost from Salty. Now we're going to get big hits. Wow, that was an instant kill. That was an instant kill with the marksman rifle. If we just want to replay that last shot there, we'll get an over the angle shot. So Salty's coming along here, running into position. They see the mech, line it up, and instantly core them. That was a great shot. Marksman rifles should not be underestimated. Here comes the convoy. Convoy's coming in from the north of the map. What we're going to do is we're going to get Daedra. Daedra's going to jump down to here. They're actually taking fire. So while they're... Wait, what happened there? Oh, I'm sorry. I need to plan. I was in the wrong view. While they're jumping, we cannot pull their shield up, but honestly, I'm not too worried. Machine guns can be nasty. So we'll get them to land and pull up their shield. And just shield this unit. While they're landing, I'm going to get them to step around to here. So they're going to be shielding this entire time with their shield. I'm going to get them to actually come around to the side of this guy while this is all happening. And then as soon as it finishes firing, which is about here, we're going to shoot it in the side, and we're going to get a double rifle attack on it. And that should kill it. And that should be on that. Now the rest of the team need to deal with these guys. So I'm going to get you to dash. Okay, you can't quite dash. Run around the corner here. Dash to here. Run to here on top of the tunnel. And I want you to open up on the convoy as it comes in. So shoot this one first. And that should honestly be enough. Now, you're overheating. There is heat in this game like Battletech. So Daedra is currently overheating. The rain is going to help. It's going to make our team run cooler. But Daedra can't afford to just open up on all of them. They're going to take one shot for now. Now, we need to get Salty into action. Because at the moment, Salty is out of position. So I'm just going to double dash Salty. I don't think I'll be able to triple dash. No, that will massively overheat their mech. But what we'll do is we'll run them into this tunnel. And the next turn, they're going to run out of the tunnel and shoot. And what I'm going to do is, they don't have to, so they're going to come out of the tunnel and shoot. And yes, you can ram enemies with the shield. That is actually a cool thing to do, is to ram the enemy with the shield up. Maybe we'll actually rework Daedra's turn to do that. So let's let's change this part of the move. So Daedra lands. Let's get them to run at the enemy with their shield up, and we'll get them to run through it to about here. And then if it's still alive, they can turn and shoot. And then while they're doing that, I'm going to get them to head over here as well. So that should look a lot cooler. And let's execute. So there's the jump down. It's shooting. Shield up. We're going to ram through. Just knocked it to side. Here comes AB with a range shot. Killed him. We just smashed through him with another ram I didn't even mean to do. And then the rest of the enemies are coming in. So that was a pretty nice turn. Alright, simple turn for Daedra. Daedra's going to sit up here and just do some sniping. Get the rearmost unit, I think. I think that's you out of energy. Let's get a run to this side so you can... oh, we are taking fire. Who are you taking fire from? No, that's you firing. So I'm going to let them to run to here, so the next turn they can shoot firing this way. I really want Salty to get a kill here. So I'm going to order Salty through the tunnel. And I'm going to get them. So which is the one that you are not shooting at, Daedra? So Daedra's shooting at that one and that one. So we want to get you to shoot at this one. That's one shot. And that's a second shot. Now the chance to hit is very low. So we might actually change this slightly. What we'll do is we'll get you to stop in the entrance to the tunnel and fire from there, which should give you a higher chance. So it goes from 60, the percentage to hit goes up as they get closer, and they get into the sort of optimum range for the rifle. And then I'm going to just have Daedra dash back this way. Not so much to do anything, but to act as cover should AB should Salty fail to get the kill, we've got a mech just holding the pocket in case something happens. Oh, I actually moved them first, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, Daedra missed. Daedra missed again. No, Salty's missing all of their shots. Daedra is not missing. No, I'm getting confused. This is AB. Okay, all misses from Salty. I really want Salty to get this kill. Oh, we actually won the mission because we killed all the enemies. So, oh no, it's just telling us you intercept your first target, receive some spilled cargo. So there's now another wave of enemies coming in. Let's bring AB back up, and we're gonna get them to do some sniping. So at this point, these guys are out of range, but I think we'll just hold until they're in range, which is here. So you can shoot here, and then you've got another shot. You'll probably be a little bit too hot. Well, I'll risk the overheat. Round work well if your mech class is higher. Yes. I'm gonna hold. So we need to be very careful because you're about to get rammed. So let's dash you backwards. Too hot to dash backwards. We'll just run you backwards to here. And then while you're running backwards, when you're cool enough, which is about here, take another shot. It's going to be low chance to hit. Actually, we'll go for handgun. The handgun has 100% chance to hit. It's low damage, but against like a tank like this, you should get a kill. And I'm going to pray that you get that kill. I'm going to send Daedra back to the front line. And I'm going to get you to engage this target here. Low chance to hit, but it will go up, and it'll tie into like more fire next turn. You don't need to worry about ammo in this game. You just actually hitting. So interesting. I didn't realize it, but the handgun that Daedra is carrying actually does fire damage. So we've actually set that tank on fire. It's an incendiary handgun, so it is now burning, which means it'll take damage over time, and will overheat faster. That's probably going to kill it. And then the other team is firing. That's another target transport dead. This guy's probably going to die soon. Okay. Marksman Rifles has higher sway. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to fire when I'm not moving with Daedra, with AB, for example. All right, let's take some more shots. This guy here, actually, we'll take out the rear one. That's all you can really fire out. We'll give a hold command until here. Then we'll move you back to here, and then I might actually dash you down if we have enough time to here, so you're ready for next turn. You need to do some work this turn. Let's bring you up to here. We're going to assume you kill this one, and then I want you to shoot at this one while you're kind of following it into the room. And I think that's all I can really afford for you to do right now. Hey, Lightning Dragon. These must be big incendiary rounds. Yeah, they must be pretty huge. Oh, I forgot to give our rookie some orders, which is pretty bad of me. We should be fine, though. Okay, he's dead, too. Now we want for the assault rifle here. He's dead, too. So we just need to deal with this guy, who I forgot to attack this turn. In fact, we've completed all of our mission objectives. A friend of target is down. We're tracking a lot of cargo on the scene. Keep up the good work. And now we have the last part of the convoy. No one else is coming. Let's finish them off. So we're just gonna. It's just murder now. We're just doing a murder. So we'll need to hit this. We'll keep backing up with you. He's not going to move too far. If I bring you to here, he'll be in optimum range for the. Are we going to collide? No, he's going to be in optimum range for the marksman rifle. So we'll do another handgun attack on the way out. We'll do another 2 handgun attacks on the way out with the rookie, and then we're going to hope that if we get to this point, the rifle will do. This is our first mission, Lightning, so so far so good, but it is very early days. Okay, so what is left here? It is just the 4 coming in. So I probably didn't need to jump you down, but that's okay. From here, you can step into the tunnel mouth and snipe the guy at the front. I need to put it in the timeline. Not quite good on range. Okay. Let's instead just get you to dash through the tunnel. And then you're in position. We're going to fire on the move, which is not as accurate. And then we're going to fire when we stop moving at this one here. And then you can just stand and fire as well. We don't really need to mess around too much with movement. And then maybe shoot at him. And what I'll actually do is I'll move you until you fire. So you're about here. Okay, that should look good. So more of a handgun fire. Okay, he's fine. The rookie's got a kill, which is great. That one transport didn't go down. That transport did go down. That back transport went down. So he's going to take out these 2 transports and we've got victory. Oh, that one's going down, so it's just this one left. So let's just... I'm just going to, like... Wait, where did you come from? Oh, you're reversing. I'm stupid. You can fire almost instantly at him, and we'll just get you to run this way. And then you need to get out of the way or he's going to crash into you. And I don't really want to deal with collisions right now because if you fall over, you can take too much damage. Handgun attack on this. Whoa. Too close for a handgun attack. Okay. Oh, no, you've got an MLS on a handgun. I think, honestly, if he gets through here, we'll finish him off with a rookie. Let's execute. Yeah, that's the kill. Don't hit friendly fire. And that's the mission complete. 12 targets neutralized. That opening salvo on the guy that came in here, that we just cored him instantly, was pretty cool. No targets remain, mission concluded. So very, very easy first mission to get the Phantom Brigade some experience. So that was a 35-second mission. We planned 63 actions. We traveled 903 meters. We destroyed 2 blocks, which is 2 bits of a building. The squad took 252 damage. We inflicted 4,239 damage, and we destroyed 11 enemy units. Daedra survived the mission. They leveled up. They got 1 fatigue, and their frame lost 4% integrity. AB also leveled up. They got 1 fatigue, and their health went down by 1. And Salty Frosty has leveled up, which means they've now got access to a skill tree, which will hopefully make them a little bit more useful. We got ourselves some basic components. Okay, calm down, game. I want to have a look at what we actually picked up here. Okay, so we got some basic components. They're not that exciting. We got a shotgun with the quick loader perk, which is means it fires faster, generates less heat. We got an APS Bulwark Active Defense. This point defense pack protects the unit from all directions when active. Can intercept incoming projectiles in a small radius around the user. The unit gets a status effect when the support device is activated. I'm not sure if APS is just against missiles or if it works against incoming kinetics as well. We'll find out. Excuse me. We've got the AR-1 Assault Rifle, which just has a quick loader perk. We've got a large payload weapon module, which gives more damage radius and more splash. And we got some thrusters as well. Now we get to salvage. The more stuff we break down, that we can build it. So I'm actually going to salvage this mech because we don't have another mech to build out. And then I will scrap the... Do I have enough to grab? I don't have enough to grab both. So what we'll do is we'll scrap the remaining items. I think there's a budget. So let's not bother with a handgun in that case. We'll just take the machine gun. And so we can either salvage items to take them to use them. We can break them down into components, or we can just leave them behind. So I'm salvaging enough to build a mech and getting rid of the rest. And let's confirm the salvage. And that takes us a little bit of time to do the salvaging. Something has popped up next to us. Oh no, there's a new bunker breach available, and there's a mystery event. Okay, so now you can see we've got level ups on our people, so let's get that out of the way first of all. So AB's actually leveled up twice from that mission because I got so many kills. So we now have a choice between Sprinter and Coolant Boost. So this pilot can reduce damage from overheating at a slight cost of movement speed. It's a point system, yeah. And you can also, there's some mech skills that will affect it as well. Or they can get the Sprinter ability. This pilot can push their mech to move faster. A faster moving marksman unit, I think as a mid-range marksman rather than a sniper, I think that sounds pretty cool. And they've also got the ability to grab an ability called Coolant Surge. A limited number of times per fight, they can dump their coolant to massively increase excuse me when I sneeze. Sorry about that. Heat dissipation. So I don't think they need coolant boost if they've got coolant surge. So let's grab Sprinter and we'll grab coolant surge on them. So mobile low range unit, which can keep up with constant fire, sounds pretty good. Daedra's also leveled up twice. So we've got Sprinter or Reinforced Shield. Since they are Shield Specialist, I'm thinking Shield, Reinforced Shield, which gives them another 25% integrity on shields. And when we get barriers on shield, that'll make them even better. But they do dissipate heat slower. That's not too bad. We'll grab Reinforced Shield. I'm so sorry, I'm a little bit blocked up this morning. And then they also have the ability to repair their shield in battle, which is pretty cool. So we'll grab Repair Shield on them as well. Now, Salty can reveal their specialization by promoting them. So let's see what they've got. They are a Interceptor, which is the same as Hildebrand. But they are not, unlike Hildebrand, who is a short-range king, Salty Frosty is Scrappy. Close-range Specialist. Mech speed is increased. Mech health is recovered every time this pilot wins a collision. To win a collision and avoid a crash, the mech can raise a shield before impact or hit units with a lower weight class. High levels unlock ability to win any collision. So, they are a... This is a wild class. Basically, they just want to ram people. Probably going to be great with a melee weapon. They've got killer recovery. This pilot recovers a certain amount of health after... Oh, wow. So they've got a thing that recovers health when they knock an enemy over, and then they've got access to a trait that recovers health when they kill an enemy. Can be used for a short time. The unit remains standing after any collision. So we can build a light mech that can knock anything over. The pilot increases does not believe in using barriers. Oh god. When mech weight and class is heavy, movement speed and dash distance are increased. Okay. Mech speed is further increased. Winning collisions heals a pilot by a small amount. That's wild. That's really, really crazy. Okay. Now we need to build out this mech, the Marin 1. Because we've got parts for it. So we've just got these medium parts for it for now. But at least we have... Oh, that's the active defense. I don't know if I actually want to put that on there. Primary weapon, we've got an assault rifle, we've got a machine gun, we've got two shotguns, we've got a sniper rifle. Sniper rifles are really, really good, but they are... You're basically locked as a turret, and I like the marksman rifles as a comparison. The machine gun might be nice. They don't have great range, but they do vomit out a lot of bullets. Shotguns are also good for knocking people over. Or we could just have another assault rifle unit for now. It's a bit boring. I think I will take the assault rifle. I know it's boring. I will take we can actually take a secondary shotgun, which is... It's a shotgun pistol. Or we can take another shield. I'm thinking about this being a mech for our new brawler. For now, we'll take the secondary shotgun, because we're probably going to rest them, and that'll do for this build. We also, by the way, we can do paint schemes for our robots. So let's actually give this a cool paint scheme. Maybe like this yellow, or maybe can I do an orange version? Yeah, the orange version. Make sure they've all got their own colors. You're going to get the active defense when enemies start using missile launchers. Yes. So I was thinking about putting the active defense on the shield mech. I pushed the wrong button. So I'm thinking about putting it on this mech here. Because it's a heavy mech, it can handle the extra weight. And we'll see how the APS works in just an ordinary fight. Let's give it a better color scheme too. This is the Protector. I want it to really stand out. Do something red, I think. Or maybe like a bright orange. There's also there's also like chromatic color schemes. But I feel like the resistance would be like, look at us. So that's actually quite intimidating. Let's go for that. Okay, cool. So we're kitted out for our next mission. There's nothing I can really build right now. Let's go to the province view. So, the enemy, we've got 24 hours to make it to a target. We can try and investigate what this is. There's also a mysterious item over here. This is way out of the way. But what we could do is we could go here and then do the bunker breach. So I think that's what we're going to try. We're going to head up this way. It's going to take us 10 hours to get to the bunker breach. So we know we can do it before the enemy regroup. As long as you hit an enemy before this timer completes, the hunters won't spawn and come after you. One thing we do have to watch out for, though, is our pilot's fatigue. So we're going to have to use the 3 happy pilots for the next mission and maybe bring in Daedra, who can do a little bit more than everyone else in terms of fatigue. So what do we got here? The base comes to a stop next to an abandoned comm station. An old radio tower creaks in the wind overhead. It might be worth searching the place. Yeah, let's break in. The communication equipment is long gone, but it looks like someone used this site as a makeshift workshop. Your crew discovers a usable subsystem. Okay, we got a heatsink and an amplified reactor. We can't equip these yet. We need higher level equipment to actually swap out subsystems, but these are good to have for when we do. And then let's head for the bunker breach. Hey Sorbical, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Okay. You've limited the intel in the garrison of this underground complex. The depth made it impossible to pinpoint the enemy positions in advance. The enemy is unaware of your presence. Move carefully and eliminate every hostile squad you encounter. So this is a new mission type that is, I think, being added for this update. It's an underground bunker assault mission. So we know there are 4 enemy units somewhere in this bunker complex, but we don't know where they are. We're going to have to go in and find them. There are rare components available as a thing to pick out here. Oh, really? There's bugs in the relaunch. That's a shame. I would have expected the whole relaunch to fix those. So we're going to add in Marin. And we're going to put a pilot. So I'm going to kick all of our pilots out for the moment. Okay. So first things first, in Protector, we definitely want Daedra. Daedra has the fatigue to take an extra mission right now. In Longbow, I would like our Sharpshooter, but they are not doing great in terms of their happiness. We've got Hildebrand, who is a short-range king. So I'm going to put Hildebrand in Marin, which is the close combat, a little bit more of a close combat mech with the assault rifle and shotgun. Warden and Longbow are both long-range fighters. We're going to have to just go with Shake Vivid in Longbow, who's our engineer. And we'll go with Salty Frosty, who is our bash boy in this mech. But what we'll do is, because they've got the whole knock people over thing, I'm going to slightly change the outfit. Oh, can I do that from here? Can I not alter my mech equipment in this screen? Edit unit, I'm stupid. We're going to take out the marksman rifle. We're going to go with a shotgun, and we're going to take a shield. Hey Talaron, how's it going? I've been struggling after the update with the hunters. It's nice to see you doing so well. I've only done 1 mission so far, Talaron, so it remains to be seen if I will continue doing well. Okay, so we've got shotgun and assault rifle, we've got shotgun and shield, we've got shield and assault rifle, and we've got a marksman rifle and Shake Vivid. This is probably going to be quite a close quarters fight anyway, so the shields will be quite useful. But I want to really make use of Salty Frosty's ability to just knock everybody over. And this is a heavy mech, so anything of a smaller weight class will get wrecked by them. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's deploy. Let's start combat. So underground mission. Definitely didn't have any of these in the last version of the game. We're just in a bunker, which is it's really interesting to have a really tight battlefield with indestructible terrain in it. And the other thing is we don't know where the enemy are at the start of this push, so we have to clear this out ourselves. So we maybe wouldn't be quite. Well, the shields will be very useful here. All right, let's spin the camera around. Let's have a look at our layout. So we've got a main channel down the middle here. We have a tight kind of area here, a little bit of an area here, and then there's another one back here. But where would the enemy be? Let's take this nice and slow and be very careful about it. We're going to move up with Salty, and all I'm going to do with Salty is Salty's just going to look out this way. We're then going to activate Shake. Actually, what melee mechs look like ice skaters. Yeah, I really want to get a proper melee mech. I really like swords in this game, swords and axes. I'm going to use you here. I'm actually going to dash you. And the reason I'm dashing is just to clear space, because mechs will collide into each other. And at the start of missions, it's very easy to set off a bunch of collisions. We're going to move Shake Vivid up around here, and then we're going to dash them to here. And they're going to just peek this corner. Then I'm going to bring up Daedra. And I'm just going to get Daedra to come up to here. I want them to be the primary target. Is there a collision? No, there's no collision. We're actually going to bring them to here. And then finally, we've got Hildebrand. And I want to get Hildebrand to just check this corner for me. They're very fast in their mech, so we can worry. I'm not going to push too much further than that for the first turn. Okay, no sign down there. No sign over there. No sign over there. So we're going to push up to this line now. I'm going to just take this by sectors. So we're going to get Hildebrand. Hildebrand has barriers on their equipment. This is what these green shields are. So the green shields will actually regenerate when they take damage. This game is cool, but I had some problems with it last time when it first came out, and I'm really excited to see that they've done this update. So we're going to move. I'm going to make a bit of a decision to move Hildebrand here. That could be very dangerous. We're going to bring Shake up to here and hold like just. I want to get them behind this pillar. Perfect. And then we're going to do the same thing with Daedra. Daedra's going to have to dash because Daedra is big and slow. Actually, we probably could just fix this up by doing a dash, a bit of a move, and a dash. You can see the speed difference between a heavy mech and a medium mech already. The heavies are slow. Okay, I can't give any more commands. Now, I could send Salty this way on their own. My concern is if the enemy team are here, Salty's going to need a lot of help. But the others are just this way, so I am actually going to do that. I'm going to send Salty down this way. And what we'll do is as they come around this corner, we'll give them a shield command. And we'll get them to shield in this direction. So can I not? Oh, I have to press control. So they'll have their shield up as they come around the corner in case there's something here. No enemies up this way. See, they got the shield. They've got their shield raised, which is really cool. 2 teams of 2, breach and clear. Yes, probably what I should be doing. So let's keep bringing you around this way. I'm just going to bring you up to here. And we'll keep shielding as we move, I think. I'll just set this as the direction. So if anything starts shooting at you, you have cover. And we'll bring you around this corner. I think we need to check this area here. So we will do that with Daedra. I'll just bring Daedra around the corner to here. And again, I think we'll bring... What's this? Oh, I have to actually activate the APS. I need to remember that the APS is an activatable ability. I'm not going to bother shielding with you. We're going to get you to check around here. And then what I'm actually going to do is order you back around the corner in case there is something there, because you're in a light mech. And then we'll also need to check down here. So somewhere like this. And I'll do the same thing with it, like a dodge back into cover. Oh, is that not actually cover? That's like a gantry. You probably need to come back to here. Okay. They're probably going to be in one of these corners, I'm assuming. No sign of them there. No sign of them there. There, we found them. Okay. We found the enemy. So what have we got? We've got a guy with, looks like a marksman rifle, assault rifle, and a tank, and an anti-air vehicle. Nothing too crazy. Looks like the AA vehicle is breaking off to engage our Smash Boy. So let's see if we can smash it out of action. So as long as we hit it here... Where are you going? Oh, that's the wrong unit. You, cancel this movement. If you just run into it here... That's out of your turn, though. No one's shooting at you, though. So just bring you to here. And we'll do an assault rifle attack. Assault rifles are okay at firing on the move. We'll do a shield as we're approaching because it's going to open fire. And we'll lock onto it with the shield. And when we come out of that shield, we'll hit it with the assault rifle. And we'll see how much damage that does. Now, the rest of the team are kind of fighting along here. So the first person they're going to encounter is Shake with a marksman rifle. So if I can get Shake to kind of dash to here, dash to here, this guy's going to be shooting at them. Bang, 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 bang. They're going to stop shooting at this point here. So we'll just step out to here, pause. We're a little bit hot. We'll hold, and then we'll marksman rifle them at the perfect range as they close in. At the same time, we're going to get Hildebrand. Hildebrand's going to dash. Can't dash because of the change in elevation. We're going to run. We're going to dash. They are taking fire, but they won't be taking fire once they get around the corner. Bring them to here where they'll hold. They're not going to be able to fire this turn. They've got a shotgun as well, so we do want to bring them up quite close. They've got an assault rifle as well. I will just open up as they come around the corner. It's not going to be very accurate, but it is going to lend some fire on this one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get hold of Daedra, and Daedra is going to dash, and then come into the middle here and basically cut the enemy team in half next turn. Alright, so the first encounter is going to be over here. We're going to watch all of them separately. So shield up, not taking any fire at all, bringing out the gun, shotgun, shotgun. He's not dead, but crashing. Now let's see how things went over here. So we're coming in, dashing. Fire's not hitting. He actually took friendly fire, turning one hit with a marksman rifle. So the green numbers means we're hitting their shields. So that's actually a bit of a problem for us. Now this guy's at close range, which means the I need to get the plan. Which means the marksman rifle is going to be quite inaccurate here. We also have a big speed issue. He's also charging Daedra down, charging Shake down. So I'm actually going to run Shake out of here. Now he's going to take fire at this point. When's he going to start shooting? I'm going to start shooting here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run, and then we're going to dash when he starts firing, which should mean that we dodge the fire, and then Shake is in cover and not taking any damage. We really need to emphasize not taking damage because we don't have time to repair our units. I'm going to step out to here with Hildebrand, and the reason we're doing that is that there's enemy fire coming in from down here, and we're going to get Hildebrand to stand and fire at this guy who stupidly decided to stand in the open with their machine gun, with their assault rifle. And that should be two very good shots on them. Now down here, we want to finish off this tank. The tank is crashing right now, so I don't think it has any attack. Oh, it's actually reversing out. Okay. Now, do we have enough? I think this is the time that we want to crash into it. So let's just make sure we can't. It's actually faster than us. So that's really funny. I can dash into it, but we'll overheat. So I think what we want to do is queue up a shotgun blast, and then we want to move. So it's going to start shooting us straight away. Let's just move along with it. If we're this close, we're going to take fire from it, unfortunately. We shot the back. I'm knocked out. We'll see. Hey, Jane Yeager, how's it going? Have you got a different name on YouTube? Have you changed your name? I recognize the logo, but it looks like your name has changed. A little bit awkward here. We can shield up after the fire, so we'll cover some of it. And then we'll probably take another shot. We're still overheated. Shotguns run hot. They're mainly made for knocking mechs over. We'll just bring it up here. Then we've got Daedra. Daedra's going to activate their APS. They're going to step out into fire. And they're going to fire their assault rifle at this tank. And then they're going to fire their assault rifle at the enemy mech. And we'll see how that goes. I'm going to watch this engagement first, then we'll watch the other engagement. Oh, thanks, TRM. So shotgun blast now. Didn't kill it. Now we've got their shield up. Assault rifle fire didn't do much there. Some hits on this guy. So these guys are tougher than the last one. Okay, now we're going to replay and watch what happened here. So we're running. He's taking fire. He's preparing for a second shot. Good assault rifle fire from Hildebrand. He's turning to fire, and we dash and avoid those shots. Nice. Cool. And now we're at perfect range to turn around and hit him with a... yeah, the first shot was good because it was raining. So we're going to bring Shake back out. We're going to step out of cover. We're going to line up a marksman rifle shot. Marksman rifles, you want to be standing still because they are penalized by movement. So after, we'll set a wait command while we're firing. Then we're going to step forward to about here-ish. So we're still in range of this guy. And if he's still alive, we'll take another marksman rifle shot at him. That's only a 33% chance to hit, though. I don't like that. Let's run a little bit to here. If we run to here, though, that's all. We've basically got one shot with Hildebrand, with Shaker this turn. Is it like Battlefield salvage parts? Yes, it is cervical. One of our mechs is 100% salvaged equipment right now. So this guy's running. Is he firing? He's not firing. So we've just got more shots. Hildebrand is overheating, though. Hildebrand is a short-range king and does more damage at close range. So let's whip out that shotgun, and then we'll hold until he gets into shotgun range. And then we're going to step around to here and try and hit him in the back with a second shot from the shotgun as we move. And then we'll keep moving out of line of sight just in case he fires. Exactly. Yeah, TRM knows what's happening. All right, now we have to deal with the situation over here. So I'm going to knock this mech over this turn. I've got too good of an opportunity not to do it. So if we run up to here like this, we have a collision right here. And if I have my shield up, which we want to do anyway because he's going to be shooting at us, we're going to knock him. So we're going to run up, we're going to smash into him with the shield here, which is going to knock him over, which is going to heal our mech, and we're going to keep going. So I'm actually gonna smash into both of them this turn, because if I keep going, we're actually gonna hit the tank as well, and we'll just kick it away with our feet. Or I can just bring the shield up again to make sure we're knocking it over, and then we'll turn and we're gonna fire the shotgun into the back of this vehicle at the end of it. Daedra is the only one who hasn't got orders yet. They're standing here. So I'm gonna back Daedra up a little bit. We're gonna do a shield straight away to cover the rest of the team. Hey, you think the game's a little... that's what I'm trying to find out now, Kingkiller. And so far, it's looking good. But we're only on our second mission. So I'm withholding any judgment until I've got a little bit more experience. We're going to keep backing up, actually. We're going to back up to about here. I don't know if we've got enough heat for another shot. We don't. We'll just leave it there. Okay. So we're going to watch this collision first, and then we'll see what happens on the other side of the battlefield in a second. Good hits. So shield up, shield up, shield up. Smash. Oh, okay. That guy died, which stole camera focus. We'll have a look at that again. So he's falling over. He hits the tank. We're going to smash through the tank. That is just awesome. And then he's going to turn and just make sure the tank is definitely dead. Okay. I want to watch that collision again, because I want to watch it without focus being stolen. So he's coming. Just plowing through him. Oh, the camera. Plowing through the other tank. That was just lovely. So he's falling over right now, which means that he's not going to be around for next turn. This guy's okay. And we know this guy down here died, but I want to replay it again. So we'll come back to here. There is a way to rewind the replay, right? If I go to plan, I just click on replay again. So he's coming in. Marksman shots to the back. Shotgun. Oh, the short range king just absolutely demolished him with a close range shot. Hey, Notorious, how's it going? And then I want to watch Daedra as well. So Daedra's taking some shots, stepping out, shield up to make sure everyone is covered. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to cover the shots from the tank, and then take some more shots. Cool. Yeah, that was some heavyweight activity. This guy is now down, so we're gonna go to planning phase, and I think Salty can just stand and finish. He's actually not down. He managed to hold the stand. That's crazy. What we could try and do is we're too hot to dash. Okay, I think we're just gonna shoot him in the back. So let's order an attack on the back. We'll step into the perfect line of fire. We'll hold all the heat. Okay, you're not. Daedra is running. So yeah, this is an indoor mission in a bunker. Salty is running super hot, so we're gonna hold that for the moment. Daedra is going to just. I think Daedra's running really hot as well. Just turn and fire at the tank. The tank is really doing some work here. We're gonna act. Do we need the APS? I don't think we need the APS. We're fully healed. Let's just back up a little bit. We'll keep the tank at optimal range. The tank isn't actually shooting at us. The tank is shooting at Hildebrandt, who I'm quite happy to leave in cover back here. What I will do is I'll bring Shake Vivid up. We just need to watch we don't cross the stream. So what we'll do is we'll bring Shake. I don't know if Shake has a shot there. They may. Yeah, I think they do have a shot. Well, Ramiro Sabash. Yes. Oh, I knocked them into each other, which worked out really nicely. You do have a shot, which should take them out. Then we'll get you to wait while you're taking that shot. We'll get you to step into a better angle. And then I'm going to get you to take a second shot. And what I want you to do is I want you to shoot at the mech. And that should take them all out. Okay, let's see how this plays out. That's okay. Hildebrandt hasn't got orders, but that's okay. Oh, you missed with a shotgun. Okay, he's down. Didn't kill him. We took a few hits on Daedra we didn't need to hit there, but that's okay. He is now crashing, which means he's going down. He should be pretty easy to kill here. I'm just going to hit him with a shotgun. And we're just going to shoot him with a shotgun again. I'm hoping the kinetic damage will knock out the pilot. If we have a look here, this is the pilot's health, and then we've got the mech's health down here. The pilot, if the pilot runs out of health, you get the whole mech. So I'm not going to give anyone else any orders. This mech is just crashing this turn. It's not doing anything else. So I'm just going to shoot it with a shotgun and see what happens. So he's still crashing. His core is almost gone, and that's him dead. Battletech Advanced? Is that a mod for Battletech? BTA is a mod for Battletech by Heavy Screams, yeah. And that's the mission complete. We took very little damage there. That was a fun mission. So that took 40 seconds in real time. No, Battletech does not. This game's unique thing is the time prediction mechanics. Battletech Advance is turn-based, big stompy mechs, like Skyscraper Side. Some of them are really, really big. Thank you, Notonius. So we took 916 damage, the enemy took 3,514. We didn't lose anyone, they lost 4. We got a level up. We didn't get a level up on Shake. Shake didn't, even though I thought Shake did a lot of work that mission, but they did not get a level up. Daedra didn't get a level up, but that's understandable. They're level 3. Salty surely got a level up. Salty didn't get a level up either, despite doing all of that knockdown. And Hilterant didn't get a level up either. So I guess because we've got 4 mechs, it's spreading the experience between all of them. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, really, Shake, is those awesome moments. Wait till we get our hands on some melee weapons. The way the light mechs use swords is just so cool. So everyone's getting a bit tired and a bit fatigued. We got a blue assault rifle. Expanded magazine. So it fires plus 28% rounds. Exactly, Sorbical. They're super fast. And it has a supercharged 3 perk, which gives it... So it fires plus 28% rounds in minus 25% time for minus 18% heat generation for plus 21% damage. This is a very good assault rifle. This is a super cool assault rifle. I'm really happy to pick that up. We also have salvage. What I'm looking for is really... We want to salvage this arrow stuff so that we can actually make it ourselves. We do a playthrough with 2.0. Well, that's kind of what this stream is here to decide. I realize chat is covering up a little bit of my salvage window. So I think we're going to grab the arrow gear. Arm, and I'm not too worried about the grey legs, but they are better than what we're running at the moment. And then we're going to salvage the weapons so we can start building them ourselves. I'll focus on the assault rifle over the shotgun. That's our whole budget available. So let's confirm the salvage. You successfully disrupted enemy operations and created a foothold in the area for resistance forces. Open combat is beginning to break out. Hey, Der Titten Jager. Does that mean you're a tit hunter? What is titten? Is it Swedish or German? I think you need some more time before you commit to that. Yeah, King, that's exactly. 4 max of 100% XP, 3 200. There we go, Salty. So open combat is breaking out. We've now pulled the resistance into this region. So we're not fighting here alone anymore. We are the spearhead. We've gone in and we've cracked open the region. Now... the resistance are here. So we're not fighting on our own anymore. This is a big change from the first game where the resistance kind of felt nebulous. They're now here, and we'll start seeing them in missions and stuff. An allied squad flags down the mobile base. They are moving supplies abandoned by Cascade. Cascade is the enemy army, and offered us to resupply you. We can take salvaged mech parts, which will get a grey short-range weapon by the looks of it, or we can take supplies, which we can use to build stuff. I don't really care about a salvaged short-range weapon right now. Let's get some basic components. Oh, thank you, Notorious. Oh, so we've got 35 people watching? That's wild. Okay. So we now have a new mission available. We have a demolition. Leave a heavily defended military base in ruins. The window of opportunity is short. Focus on damaging structures and avoid enemy units. The mobile base will retreat once reinforcements arrive. So these demolition missions are... they did name the enemies, yes. And the resistance are now named 3F. These missions are cool, but we need explosives to take them out, and I don't really have any. There is also a takeover mission. Drive the enemy out while minimizing damage to the facility. It may not be a city full of civilians, but preserving surviving industry would help the liberated region recover. That'll give us uncommon components, and there's also a battlefield. Join forces with the Freeland Freedom Forces, 3F. How many to 15k subs? We're still quite away from 15k subs. I can tell you right now, it doesn't take me long to check. Studio, channel dashboard. I'm currently sitting at 14,913 subs. So we are, what, 87 subs from 15,000 on YouTube. You're consuming this, give us hot stuff. Thank you, Shake. Okay, and we go to Battlefield. So what you'll see here very quickly is the easier the mission, the worse the loot is. They're wanting you to risk it for the biscuit. Okay, now we have a lot of unhappy pilots, including Shake Vivid, who... Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. Pause. Shake Vivid, who is not feeling very well. Now, there should be a way to put Shake Vivid into the med bay, and I don't know how to do that. People said I just click on them to put them into the med bay, but I don't see. There's definitely epic stuff. I'm not sure about old legends and things, but there are apparently like elite enemies that will show up. So I want to. It looks really interesting, Sorbical. I haven't gone into it too deep because it might not be compatible with my current save, but I think it's a really cool step in the right direction, and I'm quite interested in New Start. You can actually customize the pilots as well. Hamburger menu, no. The hamburger menu tells me their recent updates, and I can't click on it. It's just an update thing. But I should be able to put them into the med bay. Inventory, workshop, upgrades. Because what I also want to do is get some mechs repairs. This is what we're carrying around with us right now. Maybe if I go to the base doesn't do anything, province doesn't do anything. Because what I'm about to do, do we need to make the med bay? Well, if we have a look at upgrades, so they've massively reduced the amount of upgrades you can actually build for the base. So we start off with the crew basics. A small galley and med bay are now operational. So it says it in the basic pilot. We can upgrade to expanded bunks, which basically gives us more pilots. Well, I thought I needed to do it before we camped, and I'll show you why in a second. This lets us have more storage, and we can't afford any of these right now. If I go back to the province, and if I click on set up camp, it says selected mechs will be repaired, and selected pilots will be healed. Mechs and pilots selected, so I need to click on them here. Okay, right. We do want to rest. I want to get everyone's fatigue down. I would like to hit this demolition mission, but I don't know if we have enough explosives to pull it off. And that's my concern. But I think the rewards are looking really good, so I'd like to try it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive the base closer to the mission. Make sure there's no hidden items nearby. There's nothing at the moment. Oh, so one thing to point out is we're now at the phase 2 of 3 of Liberation. So we are in the contesting phase. Freeland and Freedom Forces are fighting the occupant forces across the province. Aid their efforts and strike key objectives to weaken the enemy. So what I like is the narrative of the game has gone from we're kind of just about to we are the elite unit that is, first of all, weakening this area to make it viable for the resistance to move in. And now we're the strike force that's showing up at key locations to just sway the whole battle. Oh, thank you very much for the gifted memberships, Notorious. That's very kind of you. Congratulations, Spiral Eddie, 2805. What we're going to do now is, now that we're close, we're going to rest. So I'll set up camp. I'm going to put Shake Vivid into the med bay, and I'm going to put these 2 mechs to be repaired, and we'll start camping. Yes, I would like to camp. So this will take a little bit of time. There is a battle happening while we're camping. Okay, so Shake has healed and been made happy. Hope has gone up because the health has been, the health increased because of hope. I love playing it, but my computer won't let me play it above 10 FPS. Ouch, Pandaria. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, we got some crazy stuff happening here. So we got plus 50% frame integrity, plus 15% from hope. We got a lucky weld for plus 8% integrity, and a perfect fit for plus 15. Shake is now happy. The protector got more frame integrity thing, and we just got all pilots lost fatigue. So now everyone is at least at a fatigue level 1. So we've got a full team to head into this mission. Now I want to just quickly set up our team for this mission. So Longbow with the MLS is going to be really important. They're our main explosive unit. Protector, I'm happy to leave with the assault rifle and shield. Let's upgrade them to have the new, much more powerful assault rifle. We also have better medium equipment, so I'm actually going to set them up with the arrow arms, which have defense modules on them. The legs, I think these legs are slightly better. They weigh more. These legs have a barrier. We want those. We don't have a shield with a barrier yet. We really need to get hold of that for Protector. But Protector will hold with the APS, the Bulwark as well. The go fast, shoot many people mech is kind of the free baller in the team right now. But there really isn't anything to swap out to, so I think I'll just keep this build on it. Okay, so we've got marksman rifle and multiple rocket launch system, a shield and assault rifle, shotgun and shield. I'm going to swap this out because we're not in close range anymore. And instead of a shotgun, we're going to take the machine gun, I think. That'll be good to deal with just a few things. Machine guns are low accuracy, high rate of fire, short range. And they can be very, very good against groups of units. So that's the team we're going to bring into this mission. Let's deploy. We're going to do the demolition. We're going to try for this one. Okay. Your close battle site, briefing room, lights up, suit up. So, leave a heavily defended military base in ruins. Our only mission objective here is to deal damage to buildings. We don't need to kill enemies. We just need to do a lot of damage. We're deploying in this corner of the map here. We have an extraction zone. We need to extract once we complete the mission. There are 5 enemies on the map at the start with 2 in reserve. There will be turrets on this mission, which make things quite hard. It is raining, which means we don't have to worry as much about heat. Okay, we're definitely going to just reset our pilots. We definitely want to put Shake, who is our... Oh, no, not Shake. We want to put... Where is our sharpshooter? We want to put AB into Longbow. That is their mech. We obviously want to put Daedra into Protector. I'm going to put... Salty is the... Yeah, I'm going to put our short-range king. I'm not making that up. That is the name of his park, just to prove it. It is short-range king. Into the assault rifle shotgun mech. And I think we're going to take... This isn't a great one for Hildebrand, as our other... this isn't a great one. I put Salty Frosty in it, damn it. Sorry, I was going to say this isn't a great mission for Salty Frosty, because I'm not going to be knocking a lot of people down. So we're going to take Shake Vivid in the machine gun mech. It is a great perk. I'm loving that it is there. Yeah, I've done this. I've already edited. So we're good to go. Let's jump in. One thing to be aware of is that why are you not combat ready? Okay, your fatigue is low. So the game isn't wanting me to deploy people with I don't know why actually. Combat ready. It's weird that this is green and this is not green. Oh, maybe because they've got green equipment and this one doesn't have any good equipment. Is there a better assault rifle for you actually? Oh, you got the blue assault rifle. What am I talking about? No one has that much structure damage anyway. I don't know why this is not showing. Oh, we got lots of green ticks. Let's deploy. So really we're just going to be pumping missiles out in this mission. To enemy base. I don't see any... There's a turret there. That's a battery. Squad in position. Prepare for assaults. Okay, and we're over here. We have limited time. The enemy reinforcements are already en route. Destroy as much as you can. Okay, if we can complete our mission before the enemy reinforcements come through, it's probably better. So there's an enemy turret here. This turret has a machine gun. It actually looks terrifying. If you have a look at it up close, it's a quad-barreled machine gun. We also have another turret over here with a machine gun. Now, the way machine guns work is they don't predict their... what they're going to do. They will just fire on the first unit to enter their area of control. There should be in the base a battery building, which I think is this building here. No, that doesn't look like it. There might not be one in this base. I'm so excited for Menace. So excited for Menace. I'm really looking forward to that playthrough. By the way, I'm recording Xenonauts 2 today, after this stream. So we've got that coming too. Alright, we've got one enemy. Let's have a look at our enemy force. We've got one enemy mech with a shotgun. He's not too much of a worry. We've got a tank with a machine gun, a shotgun as well, and an anti-air tank. So the enemy forces are pretty weak here. What we're going to do is we're going to avoid this turret entirely. We're going to kind of push to about here. We're going to bombard the base with missiles, and then we'll pull out and shoot at anything that comes at us. So the most important mech right now is our... Where's our missile launcher mech? It's ABM-2Y. So his missile launcher doesn't have that long a range, but we can hit these as an opening thing. Battery usually shows as a side event, so there's no battery on this mission. Okay. So we're just gonna have them just... They basically need to come forward as fast as possible because I need to get them in range of the base. So we're just gonna bring them along here to something like this. And as they're moving, we're gonna fire rockets. So as soon as the mission starts, we're gonna shoot some missiles at this building. Then we're gonna keep moving. You can hold control to target the terrain. We're gonna fire again at here. And then we're gonna... What have you got? Coolant Surge. Coolant Surge is gonna be good in this mission. There's no other targets until... Yeah, I'm gonna fire probably again at this building here. Okay, so that's Salty setup. Now, we're going to have to dash Daedra out of the way, or they're going to collide at the start of the mission. So Daedra's now out of the way. I'm just going to get Daedra to move forward. Daedra has the assault rifle. Let's just keep them moving forward. I want to be really careful about crossing paths here. I could do a double dash here to get them on the other side of Daedra, of AB, so they can actually open fire with their assault rifle at this unit here, and then maybe just step forward a little bit. Just to try and take out this tank. Hey Tristan, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for dropping by. We're having a lot of fun with this update. Okay, then Shake. The other guys don't really have a ton to do in this mission. It's because I don't have a lot of explosive weapons. It is going to be a little bit of them just kind of moving around. But we'll bring them up to support. And look how fast the light mech is compared to our other mechs without a shield. He can just zoom. He's not even with a dash. All right, let's engage. So this is our first missile shot. Second missile shot. Actually managed to completely take that building out. It looks like this building is also going down. So our mission objective is... Where is it? There should be a... Here we go. So we need to do 60 damage to buildings. We have done 14 so far, with a barrage in the air to hit this building here. And we've completely destroyed this tower. Okay, the enemy are turning to face us. They now know where we are. So we need to get into this fight. This is going to be pretty big. We're going to do AB2Y last because their primary objective is just destroying stuff. so they're not actually involved in the combat. Let's start off with Daedra. Daedra is taking fire from the anti-air tank, which I'm really not worried about, until maybe the end of the turn when it gets close. So what I want Daedra to do is we're going to activate their APS. Then we're going to get them to fire at this mech when it's in range. I'm going to get them to hold their ground this turn. They've got a second shot here. What I actually want them to do... Actually, if they've got the APS active, let's see if the APS deflects incoming kinetics, because I can't turn down that shot. I want to take a wait command, and then I'm going to get them to step back after that, just so they're getting out of the way. That's their turn. Next up, we have Shake Vivid. Shake's going to just post up here. Now, we have to be very careful about how we move AB if we're doing this maneuver. But I might get... Xenonox is and will continue to be so damn good. Xenonox? What's Xenonox? APS is an automated protection system. So if you have a look at the back of this mech, it has this like weird turret configuration. APS is usually used to shoot down missiles, but I'm curious to see if it's going to shoot down incoming kinetic fire as well, which is why we're using it this turn. So I have that knowledge. Let's actually go with Hildebrand next. Hildebrand, I want to get to jump over to here, because Hildebrand is taking fire right now. We'll actually get to jump behind this hill, come around behind this building, step out to here, and they can open fire with their assault rifle on this tank. And maybe get a double shot. Well, I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to worry about the heat, so we're going to keep them back. Then I want to finish this guy off. If this guy's coming here, we don't actually need to cross streams. I can bring our Shake Vivid to here. Hold on the machine. Look how long the machine gun fire goes for. At this point, they're in optimum range, and we can just open fire. And as they get closer, the range, the accuracy just gets better and better and better. Oh, Xenonauts. Yeah, I think it means King Killer might mean Xenonauts. I think that means Xenonauts. I'm very excited for my Xenonauts. I'm looking forward to playing it today. I haven't played since my last video, so I'm going into it pretty blind. Okay, I'm going to run forward with AB. AB's got great range from here, actually, but they are taking... I'm not really worried about the fire they're taking at that range. Let's just keep firing missiles at stuff. So we'll fire a missile here. We'll fire a missile here. We actually do need to keep moving forward. We just make sure they're not getting hit by the machine gun, but if they move to here, they're actually fine. And then we'll just keep firing more missiles at this building. We'll fire... Now we're getting hot, so we're going to dump a coolant surge. This action is instantaneous. Okay, so we will hold on the last coolant surge. We'll just get them to move up to here, where they're out of line of sight, but able to hit more of the base. Okay, let's go. This is going to be really messy. So APS is active. Long-range shotgun fire. Yes, the APS is shooting down all of the incoming fire. Machine gun fire, absolutely blasting this guy. Okay, well, I want to watch that again, because so much just happened. This guy's been absolutely drilled. Let's focus on the APS. So if you watch the APS on the thing, it's firing out little lasers that are actually intercepting the incoming fire and hitting stuff around. Doesn't do anything against shotgun fire, though, or maybe it wasn't active anymore. No, yeah, it doesn't do anything against shotgun fire. This guy's lost his arm. He has no weapons anymore. And then over here, I just want to check out the missile damage. So I go back to plan and replay. So missiles hitting this building, not doing a lot of damage, hitting that building. We actually did a little bit of friendly fire there. We didn't do a ton of damage that turn, but this is a reinforced building. Already left on the update, and the power scaling is insane. Okay. I once autocorrected to Xenonauts. You can imagine what... Oh, be careful about that autocorrect. Okay, so the APS is awesome. The APS is absolutely insane. And the fact that I have 10 uses of it per combat, amazing. Okay, this guy is in really bad way. Let's take out the tank. That thing needs to die. The other tank, okay, you're actually coming for us. He's coming for a smash. He wants to smash. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our shield up to him, and we're going to try and hold against him with the shield. I think that's the plan here. And we'll maybe move backwards a little bit as well, just so we've got a little bit more time to get that shield up before he collides. Yeah, shield up as he comes in to collide. I'm going to get the machine gun mech to open fire on him, and it should finish before we take friendly fire. And honestly, I think he'll die before it comes in. Then, once you've finished firing, you want to be standing still when you're using a machine gun. I'm going to move you forward and get you to fire on this guy here with low chance to hit, but it gets a little bit higher as you get closer. It jumps up to 80 once you're in range. Hildebrand is taking fire from it, so we're just going to step into cover. Make sure Hildebrand doesn't get hit. I'll bring Hildebrand around. Oh, he's still shooting at us. Damn. It's a lot of fire. How long is he shooting for? We'll get Hildebrand to hold here. We'll put a wait command in until he finishes firing, which is here. And then we'll step out, and we'll use that short-range king bonus. Oh, enemy mechs. Reinforcements have arrived, and I wasn't paying attention. So let's actually change that up completely. We need to be very careful, because this is going to be taking missile fire. So what I'm going to do, I actually don't want to get involved with these too early. Hildebrand is a little bit awkward right now. Actually, you know what Hildebrand can do? Turn and fire at him with the assault rifle, and then give him another shot with the assault rifle. Actually, shoot the tank. We'll just get him to hold and cover. Now we're on to longbow. First thing we're going to do, well, we actually don't need a coolant flush right now. We'll do a coolant flush. So now we're totally cool. Then we'll, so APS stands for Active Protection System, and it literally just intercepts incoming fire and shoots it down. Do you get credit? I don't know. We will find out. Maybe we will. These buildings look a lot easier to kill. Oh, they're out of range. So let's move forward and get these buildings in range with the rocket launcher. Just a lot of range. Oh, it's only showing me my primary weapons range. Right, that makes sense. I'm going to get you to step forward to about here then. And then as we're going, we're just going to keep missiling stuff. So missile this, too close, missile this again, missile this, missile this, missile this. So we're just trying to do, we really want to get this damage done before we get too deep into the map so we can retreat. Let's execute. Is this guy going to make it? Is he going to make it for his charge? Oh, big hit! And enemy reinforcements have arrived. That was a huge hit. Let's watch that again. Because we got pulled away by the enemy reinforcements arriving. So this tank goes down. He's taking so much fire. Boom. Oh, he took way more damage than we did. And that guy, I think, is about to die as well from the machine gun fire. Okay. And we're up to 51 damage as well. Let's pull out. So, plan. You just need to fire off maybe one more barrage. We'll get you to keep firing as you retreat, but we've done it. So I'm just going to give you a full run command so you can keep firing as you're moving, and then we're going to start dashing. So you launch at... Look at the building destruction, by the way. Like, we've cored out the building. So if we just hit here, we'll collapse it. And then we'll fire again. We'll hit this building again because it isn't quite destroyed enough. Actually, I need to just quite change that attack. These aren't homing missiles, so they're not great against enemy mechs, but they are fantastic at the job we're getting them to do here. I'm going to hit the back of this building again. So that's their turn. Everybody else, I just want to pull out. So we're crashing at the moment, but once you're crashed, I'm actually just going to get you to dash and run for the exit. This is the movement. Yeah, the physics. Wait, again. Melee, yeah, you've been playing Shake Vivid. It's the melee damage that's the coolest. Okay, you've got machine gun fire. Let's just get you to walk back to here. There's no collision, right? Let's just make sure we're not getting a collision. No, because you're just super slow. That is a problem. Let's get you to do some dashing. Okay, you're too hot to dash. Just move. Is this guy going to die, by the way? I think we'll get him with the assault rifle. I'm just going to get you to move to about here, and then we'll try a dash at this point. You should be cool enough. We need to get this mech is slow. You're going to overheat, are you? Let me just check. You're not going to overheat with that dash. So that's the limit of your dashing. I love that. The shot of it bouncing off the shield was beautiful. Okay, we're going to bring you up, and you're just going to fire on the move. We're going to make sure we don't get a collision here. As soon as you're around the corner... Actually, what's the range on your shotgun? Not close enough. We'll just do an assault rifle attack. So as you come around the corner, start shooting at this tank. As you're running, you've got a second shot. Just keep shooting at the tank. And then when you're here, I want you to dash across so you're not getting into... Oh, wait, that's too hot when you get to here. So keep moving until... hang on. Cancel this dash. Just keep moving until about here. And then start dashing to get out of the mission. Okay, so we're just pulling out now. We've completed our mission. Would have passive protection system be jamming? Yeah, exactly. Active protection is an actual active system that... wow. Describe it without using the words active and protection and system. Active protection is, think of it as a gun that shoots at bullets, and a passive protection would be jamming, smoke, disruption, electronic warfare. That's how that works. Okay, let's go. That was a really nice move there. Oh, he just ejected. That guy's down. Absolute destruction on the base. Everybody else is running for the exit. Beautiful, beautiful mission. So we'll start off with Daedra. Daedra can retreat as soon as they're in here. So that's them getting out of the mission. Next up, we need to keep boosting. We need to keep running and boosting until they are cool enough. So we'll keep going to about here, and then they should be cool enough to dash again. And then we'll run in here. The game says there's a collision, but that mech won't be there for them to hit. You just need to run in. I don't think I need to dash you. You're so fast. I'm worried about collisions, though, so I'm going to bring you around this way. And we'll dash you to here, and then you should be able to retreat. I should get more... Oh, yeah, I do. There's a tier 2. I didn't even notice there's a tier 2. We've got 4 turns left as well. Oh, Hooba Stomp. Hooba Stomp. She just showed me that I can destroy more things. And I didn't realize I could. All right, let's turn around. Let's change this up. Okay. This should be easy to fix. Cancel all this. Turn. You're cool enough to fire here. Let's make this mech your primary target. Let's get you to move forward until he's in optimum range, which is about here. Okay, a little bit further forward. Okay, that's actually a little bit tricky. We will just get you to fire from about here. You're taking damage. You need to turn. We'll get you to come back to here. I want to go for the secondary objective. He is in range here, so he's not shooting at you either. So stop and fire. Give me another shot here. Who is he shooting at? He's only firing at our property damage mech, which is great for me. Once he's in, we're going to shotgun him with the Hildebrand's special ability. Let's just make sure we're not crossing streams here. Yeah, we're good on fire. So we just need to watch out for AB. Now, I'm going to pull AB a little bit this way. I need to watch out for this turret, but I need access to more buildings to destroy. I remember them. Smoke and jamming are also active protection. Actually, okay, just soft kill and hard kill. That's a very good point that Xavier's just made. It is a definition on what is actually happening. But I think in layman's terms, that terminology just makes it a little bit easier to understand. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to run past this guy. So he's going to run forward. We're going to dash past him. We're going to use this building as cover. And then as we're going, we're just going to keep launching rockets. So we'll launch rockets here. A little bit hot. We'll do a coolant flush. Now we're not too hot. Then we'll fire another missile here. I want to try to take these buildings out if I can. Do as much as I can on the way in so we don't have to spend too long afterwards just firing rockets and stuff. And we'll fire again here. I'm actually going to pull Daedra out because Daedra's taken a lot of damage. And it's going to take them too long to get back into the fight. I don't think I need them. Let's go. A little bit. Oh, okay, we've got more enemy reinforcements have arrived. So let's get this done quick. So we're at 128 of 180. I think I need to kill these 3 buildings and we should be good. So we're going to need to watch out for... The mech's going to come after you. So let's keep you moving. I'm just going to keep launching rockets right now. We'll launch at this building. We'll launch at this building. Let's move you to here. Let's launch at this building. That's you getting a little bit hot now. You've got one more launch, which will launch at this building. And then I just want to make sure you stay in range. So from here, you're taking a little bit of fire. Let's come around to here. Is this still in range? Yeah, it is. And then we'll get you... I'm hoping that's enough damage. Meanwhile, you need to keep firing at this guy. Let's get you moving to catch up with him. So he's going to be in optimal range the whole time. That's beautiful. Again, just shoot at him for me. And then you are slow as hell. Actually, what am I doing? You need to use your shotgun. How can I get into shotgun range? If you just run after him, that is clearly shotgun range. Hit him with the shotgun. Hit him with the shotgun. That should honestly absolutely ruin him. Maybe hit him with the assault rifle as you're running out. No, because that's going to make it too hot to run the shotgun. Once you've done that, just start leaving the battlefield. Then we're going to go to Shake Vivid. Shake Vivid just needs to step forward a little bit to have optimum range on this guy. Shake Vivid can't actually get close enough, which is a shame. So just from here, I think, open up on him. Is that going to hit? Ooh, that's going to be friendly fire. Yeah, let's not do that. Too hot for Twitch. Wait, no, what? Passive mission number shit. Understand they appreciate. Yeah, watch for that crossfire. Active is anything you deploy to protect yourself. Passive is anything you... Yeah. Let's step you to here and then open fire, which is not... It's not ideal. Accuracy is low, but it is a bullet hose. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's complete this mission and get out of here. I want to go home. He's not dead yet. He's taken a lot of damage. How are we doing? 163 on the damage. We need one more turn of damage. But these guys are getting close. This is getting spicy. Okay. Give me... And you're hot. Missiles on here. Listen to the music. Missiles on here. And then I need you to run. We're just gonna have to run at this point and hope that's enough damage. So you just need to run down the road. You are going to start pulling out now. We'll dash you next turn. And then I'm actually gonna hold you for the turn. You're fast enough to step to here. And do you have an unobstructed attack on him? No, you do not, because he's crashing and he's on the ground. Why has the music gotten sad? Does the music think I'm gonna lose the fight? So from here, I think you have the shot. I think you have the shot. Fire twice, and then run. I'm probably pushing too hard here. In fact, I don't need to do this. Why am I doing this? Peace out. We don't need to farm that kill. He's out of action. We've knocked him down. We're just gonna peace out. I can't cope that. So it all comes down to AB getting these last missiles off and running. In fact, I might be able to. So that's on this. If I actually set the wait command for here and get you to run at this point. Also, yeah. Yeah, it's probably. I know it's just. Sad music knows what's going to happen. Okay, all we really care about is this. Yeah, here come more enemy reinforcements. There's the last missile stream out. Is it enough for the objective? Yes. Oh, no. We are 2 damage. 2 damage off our mission objective. Do you have range to hit this building? There's barely any of it left standing. Can I get 2 shots as you run? I don't care if you run out of range, honestly. Just keep running for the exit. And then these guys need to pull out. So you are in here, and you retreat, and then you need to cancel this. Dash. Dash. Get inside, and next turn you can retreat. And then how are you going to make it? So launch, run. Okay, let's go. That last missile strike needs to be our mission completion. He just ejected. Where are the reinforcements? They are wrecking the site. Yes, I got the buildings. They both just collapsed. We've dodged all of their fire. Tier 2 complete. There's a Tier 3 objective. She says, "Comrades, let air support deal with this demolition crew." Victory. Okay, we got mission complete. They pulled out after we wrecked enough of the base. So I think that might actually mean we got the Tier 3 objective as well. I'm not sure. That was exciting. I enjoyed that. So that was a 40-second mission. We traveled 1,000 meters. We took 300 damage, and we dealt 5,000 damage, and we destroyed 2 enemy units. Surely you leveled up for that. Nope, no level up on AB, even though they did so much work that mission. Daedra probably didn't level up. No. But I'm happy with that. Shaked Vivid got a level. Awesome. And Hildebrand got a level as well. Our Short King. They are now very fatigued. Okay. We got some uncommon resources. We got some unit cores. That means we can build a new mech. I wish you could as well. It's one thing they can't do with the technology of the game is they can't rebuild. It must be Namfree. They can't. So just what Johnny Cloud just said in chat. One of the most requested features for this game is a full mission replay. But unfortunately, with the way they built the technology for the game, they never planned for that in the initial development, and it would require a complete engine rebuild, from what I understand, in order to actually make that happen. And it's not something they can do. We got light legs, light torso. We got Mark II safety override. Boost weapon damage output by disabling cooling systems, increasing maximum operating temperature, making it harder to cool down from sustained overheating. We've got a booster tap. Taps the booster system to help with heat dissipation at the cost of thruster power. And we got a booster. Now we get to do some salvaging. I'm definitely going to grab these blue arms. Shotgun, heavy torso. Nothing else I really want to grab here. Yeah, it's some odd things. So we're going to keep trashing. We're going to trash some Nox stuff. So just to point out, there's this workshop progress bar down here. Every time you trash a piece of equipment, what will happen is it gets you get progress towards working out how to build it in your own workshop. So if I trash the torso and the arm, I will complete... Oh, they actually all have their own tree. Never mind. I'm going to trash... how are we doing on Nox? I think this will apply towards it. Yeah. So this is another Nox torso to trash. This is another Nox arm to trash. And we do this one. That should get us pretty close. And then I've got 15 points left. I'm going to grab an SMG, I think. And then I've got 5 points left. Let's trash a shotgun. Insufficient budget. Okay, we can't do that one. Big Sigh. Been working on upgrading our water heater today. Spent like 5 to 6 hours just wiring things. Power working, turn on. It's overheating. Oh, I'm so sorry, lighting. I've got very similar problems at my place at the moment. We had a motor in the garage. Has the cogs have worn away and they can't get hold of it. Hey Zimj 2024. How you doing? Good to see you. Mandela effect? This weird thing with devs. That's really weird because I clear a full mission replay on launch. It definitely wasn't there. It definitely wasn't there. It was the most requested feature. So hang on. Okay, I can trash that. Let's confirm salvage. Yep. Okay, we now have an assassination mission available. Eliminate a high-ranking enemy officer. Expect complications. Targets like these are usually heavily guarded or have something up their sleeve. That sounds fun. And now there's a new battlefield. We're definitely going for that assassination mission, I think. There is also a takeover. Now, we have 2 pilots who are extremely fatigued. They cannot go into battle. Fingers crossed for you. So, Hildebrand has Short Range King, which is plus 25% short range damage, plus 2 speed, and a fatigue limit -1. We now have access to Lucky Strike, which gives them an increased chance of making critical, I think plus 15 crit chance. Okay, good luck, King Killer. I don't know what trauma limit -1 means, though, or tactical shield actions. I think we're going to go for Lucky Strike. We're going to go full glass cannon on Hildebrand. Then Shake Vivid got a level up. They've got Sprinter or Body Armor. Body Armorer means that their mech has plus 40% armor. That's nuts. Or they can move faster. We saw how slow Shake was in that last mission. Plus 40% armor is really crazy. But extra speed on a heavy mech, I think, is what I want to go for. I want to rebuild Marin. Also, let's give a name for this mech. Someone suggested a name for a very fast mech. Because we're going to get rid of the assault rifle on this mech, and we're going to equip an SMG, and we're going to keep the shotgun as a secondary. So this guy's going in with shotgun SMG. I'm going to decide which one I like most. And I also believe I now have some light pieces to make it even faster. Can't change this. Can change the reactor for an R7. Plus 40%, 110. Better heat dissipation. Better overheat buffer. Less overheat thruster. More power. Let's put the new reactor in. Hamilton. Whiplash and Hamilton. Oh, T for 2. I like that. So we've got Hamilton and Whiplash. Less trauma power. That's what I thought it was, Salty. But we're going to take it. Okay, we've got Hamilton and Whiplash. I'm going to use my... And Roadrunner. Oh, I like all of these. Which one do I like the most? And Blackbird now as well. Okay, you know what? These are the names for our 4 mechs. The first 4 we picked are what we call them. Shotguns for killing the meat and saving the metal. Exactly, Tristan. Okay, so this is going to be Hamilton. Actually, this is going to be Whiplash. But I'm going to name all of them the names you guys just came up with. Let me just finish setting this up. We're going to for light. We'll keep the medium arm, and we don't have any light legs, so it's a bit of a mismatch. Okay, we've got more coming in, but I'm going with the first 4. So Warden is going to be renamed to Hamilton. Protector is going to be renamed to Blackbird, because I don't think Roadrunner fits it. Blackbird. Black Burrow. Wow, I'm so good at this. And we're going to rename Longbow to Roadrunner. So we've got Whiplash, Hamilton, Blackbird, and Roadrunner. And that's just going to help me name them. Okay. So you got the Marksman Rifle. You're still using pretty basic equipment here. Let's up you to a level 3 torso. We'll keep all that as is. I don't want to give you the heavy legs. And the arms don't really change much. Blackbird is you're mostly medium stuff, and you're pretty well put together. I really need a new shield for you. Hamilton, however, is a heavy with a shield. So let's go for, I've got the heavy torso, we've got new, better heavy legs. And then I've got a heavy arm as well. I want the right arm to be the better arm. because that's the one that has the gun on it. The Sleepy Pupper is cute, and Saber's good too. Saber, okay, thank you, Salty. That's really useful to know. That's the trauma limit there. Cool. So we have a look at Hildebrand now. They can only take 2 trauma. Okay, we're going to have to deploy 3 mechs for this next mission because this pilot is at their limit. If deployed in combat, they will lose health every turn and could randomly fail to perform their orders. Personal trait, Tired Burn. When extremely fatigued, the pilot has a chance to accidentally overheat their mech while firing their weapon. And you have Tired Tumble. When extremely fatigued, the pilot has a chance to crash their mech. So we're going to be able to deploy 3 pilots for this mission. We need to pick up probably at least 1 more pilot. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I want to go back to this map. I would like to hit this assassination. So let's start off by hitting this, then hitting this, and then we should be able to get there in time. Because the assassination is 55 minutes away, which really isn't that far. Oh, is that 55 hours away? No, 58 missions away. So let's go here. Well, this is actually a little bit of a detour, but I think we'll be okay. Maybe not. Let's divert. I don't think we're going to make it. I don't think we're going to make it all the way around to that and then make it over to here as well. I want to hit this assassination before the enemy regroup. But we'll hit whatever this is first. You follow up through the smoke to a tall, small town still smoldering from what's clearly on fire. Cascade was storing fuel here, so when the townsfolk. Of course, the idiots didn't worry about maintaining tanks. We could get a pilot here. We got a pilot pod. Protects the pilot and interface with the rest of the mech. Pod modifications can involve protect the pilot or sacrifice the armor exchange for performance. Okay, so we can alter our pods as well. So I don't know if you noticed that, but let's just jump back into here for a second. If we have a look at Blackbird. No, not Blackbird. If we have a look at Hamilton. Hamilton, there's module slots within your mechs you can add things into. So like we can add in offensive modules, we now have a pilot pod, we can change out the reactor. So and you can do that with guns as well. So if we have a look at Roadrunner, no, we have a look at the assault rifle on this, we can actually modify the magazine. Everything is modifiable, which is really cool. We just have to remember to do it. Trying to remember the names of the core team from Phantom Brigade YouTube. Oh, that's from a while ago. I don't really remember their names. I keep going to the world map by accident. Let's continue on the... Oh, I did it again! Wow. I'm actually on the right map. Let's go to this assassination. And then maybe we'll hit this battlefield. But we'll be very fatigued at that point, and we will no longer have... We no longer have any camp material. So I don't know what we do at that point. So I don't really want to fight with fatigue units. The base comes alive with the sound of boots crashing against the floor. In the hangar, an engineer shouts his instructions. Yeah. So we're eliminating a high-value enemy officer. Oh. I need to remember to build a unit for my unit core. The melee mech from the old series had a good name. Yeah, the melee mech from the old series was a monster as well. Okay, so they're down here with a VIP. We're deploying from over here. Looks like we might have an ally, and they have some reinforcements. So let's see what they're playing with. You have overdrive. Yes, I don't want to use overdrive at the moment because everyone is so close to being fatigued anyway. It is a rating again, so we're going to be good for heat. Now, I can only bring 4 people, so let's get rid of one of the mechs. So we have access to Daedra and Shake Vivid, so I think they'll pilot their normal mechs. Let's bring Salty Frosty in Roadrunner. I think I'm going to put Salty Frosty into Hamilton because they're the knockdown king. And then we're going to bring Shake Vivid in Roadrunner. Because we know that this gun is good. We've got the good assault rifle on Daedra's mech. And we've got the knockdown potential with the machine gun and shield. What I will do, though, is I think... Is there a better gun than a machine gun? No, the machine gun was doing good work last mission. I'm hoping that the fatigue will sort them out. Yeah, because we're going to need it. Daedra is the only good one right now because they have so much fatigue available. But I think this will also fatigue them. They'll go down to 1. So next mission we might only have 2 mechs. So what I really need is I need at least 1 more pilot. But let's deploy with what we have. We're going to get extra XP because we've got a smaller team. Okay, what are we dealing with? 2 tanks. A weird-looking mech in the back there. We've fought on this map before. There aren't that many maps in the game, so you will start to see maps repeating. But the different deployments... Okay, there's a guy with a very heavy gun in the back of the field here. There is something quite terrifying on the pitch. Target in sight. You can deal with the escort force or strike immediately. Be ready for anything and don't let the target escape. There's definitely an Evangelion feel there. So this is our retreat zone. Let's have a look at what we're dealing with. We'll start with our tanks. We have 2 tanks. This tank has an SMG. And these tanks have SMG. So these are easy to deal with at long range. It does have high sway, yeah. We have a shotgun SMG charger. And the VIP, I believe this is the VIP here, is piloting an extremely kitted out mech with some pretty high level gear. And this thing has, I can't tell exactly what this gun is. It has a minigun. Okay, this guy is piloting a mech with a minigun. I wish I could just like, yeah, there we go. You can see the minigun there. So we cannot get in front of this thing when it's firing. Hey, Rick, how's it going? Today is salmon day. It's time for some fish. What's good? Yes, I do see the thing. So this is our target. He will also attempt to escape. I believe this is his escape zone. I'm not sure where else his escape zone could be. I'm pretty sure that's it. So we want to make use of the high ground here. We can use the high ground to break line of sight. It looks like they're pushing really hard for this side of the battlefield, so I probably want to break right. Yeah, an overdrive doesn't damage crew or mechs if not overheating. Okay, I just assumed it would do it automatically. Right, let's get Shake into range ASAP. So I'm going to break you right to here, and then we're going to dash, and we're going to dash, and you're going to be in position to shoot as they come around the corner here. I might actually just get you to fire a shot off. Oh. Nah, there's no way you're going to get a range with the missiles. But if you just fire at him, you might get a hit on him as he comes around the corner. Okay. Now we've got our assault rifle shield Daedra mech. So this, having the APS could be huge here against that minigun. I'm just going to dash them straight forward. I don't think I've got enough for a third dash. Amazing. All right, and let's run you to here where you have enough line of sight. I'm actually going to take the shots as we move in, even though the range is bad, just to start putting some damage on the VIP. Now, the slowest mech in the team is Salty. So Salty's just going to have to boost. I'm going to make sure we don't have collisions. Salty's not going to be able to boost as far. I'm going to boost them this way. Oh, that's too hot. We'll just get them to move until they're cool, which is about here, and then boost them again. They have to do a lot of dashing in this mission, unfortunately. And then we're going to move them forward as well. Okay, and then next turn, basically, I want to jump them down from up here. Hey, Frostware. Played too much Where Winds Meet. Forgot you were streaming. Oh, good, Tachyon. Good to see you. You have a great attack to see the gun stats. Okay, I haven't got... so if I select this guy, and I go over his attack... where is it? It doesn't tell me what it is still. Oh, Vulcan. There we go. Ultra heavy machine gun Vulcan. High caliber rotary cannon, incredibly heavily but useful for suppressing fire, destroying cover and dealing considerable unit damage at long range. Reduced accuracy when moving. If we could shotgun this guy, I would, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let's execute. Nice. The marksman rifle hit. All right. Now we need to see what the enemy are doing. So he's instantly turning and firing at our shield mech, and then he's going to fire at the shield mech again. So he's opening everything he has. He's standing still and just firing, which means that Daedra can do two things here. Daedra can step over slightly, activate the APS as they do, which means they'll deflect most of the incoming fire. And I'll get them to... I can't get them to double defend, unfortunately. It is making them run very hot. And that should mean that we're not worried about taking fire as we close in. At that point, we're just going to start firing at them again, I think. If they're standing still, we'll just fire back at them. I'm going to get you to dash. You can't dash. So run to the edge with your shield up on him. Then jump down to here. Actually, do you need to go down? You could just fire your machine gun from up here. Like this. And I'm basically... Is he still firing at this point? So he stops firing here. We both fire. Then he starts firing again. So what I actually want to do is come back to Daedra, cancel, and after this, I really want to bring the APS online. So we should hopefully nullify all of his damage. Now, this could go very, very badly wrong. We could lose a mech here. But I find the APS works the way I think it is. We should just nullify all of his incoming fire with the APS, which makes life really great for us. Now, over here, these guys are going to come around the corner and they're going to shoot at Shake. Do I even care about dealing with the escorts? These tanks have SMGs. If we stay up here, they can't do anything for us. So what I think I'm actually going to get Salty to do is just run along here. And then once I think they have a shot, which is probably about here. In fact, we'll run to here. We'll dash. I don't want a collision, though. Dash to here. Step to here. And just start opening up with the marksman rifle. None of these units can hit them. And we've got a 100% chance to hit. Okay, let's see if this works. My hope is the APS will protect everybody. But it might not, and we might lose a mech. APS active. APS deflecting most of the incoming fire. Not enough of it. Oh, we made him crash. Ooh, that's a good point. Vermintide's really fun. That was really cool. Oh, you're walking out of here alive, Brigade. You're not walking out of here alive, Brigade. Something's not right, Commander. They just vanished from the prediction system. Ooh, this is exactly what we talked about in when we were talking about how to make this game better. Have elite enemy units that you can't predict. I'm testing it today, Shunk, but I'm making the decision on whether I want to do a playthrough. So this guy is crashing, but we have no data on what he's doing. I actually want to watch the replay of this as well, because this is pretty cool. The APS did a lot of work there, but it was overwhelmed. And then just look at that power stance. That is just like, oh, that is so cool. I want to watch that one more time. The way it looked like he was just like power, like the fire was actually pushing him backwards. And now he's crashing, which means we can really take advantage of him going down to just open up on him again here. This game is epic. Yeah, it's looking so good now. Oh no, you can't predict his breakdancing routine. Alright, how hot are we running? I'm just going to open up with everything I can this turn. We need to pay attention to the enemy. This mech here is coming in, but honestly, what can he do? He's going to shoot at you. Okay. So everyone else is pretty clean to just do what they want to do. We're going to hit him up with everything we've got right now. I want to take him out. And then you just need to step back a little bit. Break line of sight. You're running hot anyway. And then give me a machine gun fire on him. 35% chance. That's the problem, is the range, right? Let's just fire anyway. We're basically just a firing line this turn. And he's dead. Still got hit by the shotgun, but the second... absolutely murdered. Most of those shotgun hits are hitting the shield anyway. We'll shoot when you're ready. Okay, I want to watch his death. It's just... Here comes the fire. Burp. Just wrecked. Yeah, we're taking some shield fire with the shotgun, but let's just pull out now. Someone's about to have a bad time. Yeah, he was the one about to have a bad time. So there's our retreat zone. We're just going to pull back to retreat, I think. I'm just going to run everyone back. Well, we'll run to... We obviously have this guy to deal with. Who's he shooting at? He's trying to do long-range fire. Wait, where did you come from? Oh, okay, we're getting some guys airdropped on us. In that case, we're getting out of here. That was an execution, wasn't it? We just turned around and deleted that guy from existence. I'm going to dash everybody back to break line of sight. Don't know if you... Yeah, you can... So, this just breaks line of sight from everything down here. And then we're going to just run for the exit. You're the most difficult one to get out, Salty, because you are the slowest mech on the battlefield. And I don't really want you to run around this. So I'm actually going to get you to come to here and just take this dash, which I can't control right. Can I get you to double dash? Or are you too hot? You're slightly too hot to double dash. So let's just move you forward like a step. Then we'll double dash you again. I mean, I could take the damage. You can probably double dash. You can't. So just run. I want to make sure we're not getting a collision to here. And then if you dash through here, is it a collision or are you there before him? Oh, the game says that is, oh, there's a collision there. Yeah. Steel clips are pretty good at the top of the game. I noticed the other day. Cool. Hey, KO, I love mechs too. And I'm really happy that one of my favorite mech games looks like it's back with a vengeance. We'll just need to go around. Is there a collision there? We'll probably just have to end the turn there. And then you are the fastest, so I'm actually going to get you... Oh, this one probably... If I do this, it's probably going to be a collision there, isn't there? Is that not a collision? Wow, that's not a collision. That's amazing. And then you just need to run around this way. And then on the way, as you're running, you can take a shot at him, even though you're not going to hit him. Okay, let's go. I want to get out of this mission. I don't want to spend too long. Love the airdrop reinforcements. But yeah, we just showed up, executed a guy, and ran away. All that talk just to get put down, I know. That's why you don't say anything until after. Okay, you need to dash out of here. Because you're the most in danger of getting caught out. And they are actually pushing on us really hard right now. So you retreat as soon as you get in there. I don't think you can retreat at that point. I think you need to be like here to retreat. And then that just leaves Daedra. And Daedra can do their job as the defender, basically. Collision, though. So why don't you stop here for a second. And maybe shoot at this. This guy's fast. Give me a couple of shots on this guy. And then you've got time to get out next turn. And let's see how that works out. They were very close to colliding there. So retreat, retreat. Oh, I forgot to actually do a proper move out, but that's fine. And then we just retreat at the start of the turn. We'll just go to execute. Oh wait, what did I do? I pushed execute. No! I pushed execute! That was really stupid. I just took so much damage I didn't need to take. All I needed to do was put a single retreat order at the start here, and they would have been fine. But I accidentally clicked execute. So they just took so many shots to the back they did not need to take. Oops. Big oops. Victory. And because we pulled out, we won't get much salvage. Vermintide's a really good game to get for free. Alright, Nortonis, thank you so much. It looks like I might be committing myself to 2 playthroughs at once. Shake got a level up, nice. They're a level 3 engineer now. Daedra got a level up too, they're now level 4. They're becoming an absolute machine, to be honest. Salty also got a level up. That part I'm going to show off their armor. Yeah, they did. Just T-posing before leaving the battlefield. I think ZMMJ 2024 really put the nail in the coffin there with a Frost maneuver, because that really was a Frost maneuver. Cool. We've got another unit core. We got the BLT-1 Quiver, a marksman rifle, and a concussion payload. So this is a backpack-mounted rocket launcher. A vertical launch system delivers guided missile volleys over long range, utilized by heavy artillery squads. This is really good for, I think it's Salty Frosty, who is our engineer, because they have a bonus using backpack weapons. This is really nice. We got a better sharpshooter rifle for our sharpshooter mech. I'm really happy with that. And a concussive payload module, which does plus 30% pilot damage to a weapon. Great on a shotgun. We can also salvage the Vulcan cannon. Good question about Nebulous. I'm kind of waiting for the single player update to come out before I go back to the game. So I think we're definitely going to get our hands on the ultra heavy machine gun. We also have the Asgard heavy torso, which I think is quite a late game torso. Oh no, it says here, outdated heavy armor still used as standard by occupational forces. Lower degree of protection, but very easy to service on the field. There's also a custom missile launcher, and there's Asgard heavy legs. I'm going to grab them because they're blue. I'm going to grab the torso because it's blue. I'm going to grab the legs. And that's just over budget, so I can't grab the legs. We'll have to trash the legs. But we'll grab the torso. Let's confirm salvage. The torso has a composite 2 perk, a booster module, and a no offensive module, tier 2 thunder. The Vulcan cannon has an accelerator module for plus 30% projectile speed and minus 18% mass, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we now have a liberation mission. Take on enemy while minimizing damage to civilian structures. And we have an industry takeover. Drive the enemy out while minimizing damage to the facility. We have 3 units we can deploy into combat for the next mission. What time is it there? As in with me, Shadow Dream? It is currently 10:25 a.m. If that's what you're asking. I'm not sure if that is it though. Let me just check. I just got a message through. I'm just going to quickly check that. Yeah, we are all good. Okay, so let's level up our dudes first of all. So Shake Vivid now gets the repair ability. Just during the fight, they can repair their mech, which seems pretty good to me. Daedra now has access to either Ablative Shield or Wrecking Ball. Ablative Shield, equipped shields are immune to status buildup, but heat distribution... Okay, so that means they can't be set on fire and stuff, or mech loses all status effects when shield bashing an enemy. Okay, I think I'll just take the... I don't want her to be doing too much Wrecking Ball, so we're going to take Blade of Shield. And Salty now has Killer Recovery or Body Armor. The pilot applies this reinforcement, or they recover health after they get a kill. That seems really good. So that's them done. Cool. Alright, so for our next mission, we have Shake Viv... Oh, actually, because they leveled up, we have everybody at Salty available for the next mission, which is pretty good. In terms of mechs, first thing I want to remember to do, because I keep forgetting to do it, is I can't build a new mech frame. Why can't I not? Because I don't have enough slots. So what I really need to do is I need to get up to my storage so I can have more mechs. So let's get that upgrade. What's this upgrade? High-speed repairs. Improve polymer printers and assembly equipment in the mech bay. Allow your crew to repair more mech damage during camp stops. This will cost me a unit core. And that gets to express restoration, which will cost 2. Do I want high-speed repairs? I'm a mechanic, exactly. We also have access to parallel printing, which lets me build 2 things at once. I don't have enough stuff. I think I'm going to grab high-speed repairs, and then we're going to do the workshop, and I'm going to... Why can't I build this now? Because I don't have enough components. Okay, that's not too bad. I overspent, but that's fine. Now then, for mechs, let's do some rebuilding. I think Hamilton is going to remain our heavy mech. But I'm thinking heavy, but with the Vulcan cannon. Slow, long range, does a lot of damage. We could also swap out the accelerator. I think there's an accelerator module for more pilot damage, but I actually quite like the sound of this. It's 1:26 a.m. Wow, that is late. We're also going to go with the Asgard heavy torso, I think, on this. That cannon is massive. Yes, it is very cool. We'll keep the legs. I would like another good arm, and we'll keep this. So I also think this mech needs a repaint. I think Hamilton needs to look terrifying. So let's go for a full body repaint. There is a second page of paints. I want something really dark. You can obviously do... I'm not very good at... I don't want to spend too much time painting. But something that kind of says I'm here to destroy. Maybe this. So that's Hamilton now. Blackbird, I like as a medium mech with the shield. I think they're doing a really good job at the moment. I would really like a better shield for them. I don't think I have better medium components for them. No, I don't. And then Roadrunner, we've got that new... You can paint them up in different colors. That's a good idea. But I want to get the better marksman rifle. So we have the MR32 Sharp. So this does more damage, more unit damage. It has less scatter. It has a better range. It has a faster duration. It has a shorter cooldown. It generates less heat, and it weighs less. It is just better in every way. Can't modify it, though. We also... I'm quite happy to keep carrying the missile launcher on you. I don't really have better equipment for you, though, unfortunately. And then that just leaves Whiplash. What I really would like... what would be quite good for Whiplash would be a tactical shield. And then that would mean that our Smash Boy can really smash it. But we'll wait for that for now. Okay, what do we want to hit next? We've got a Liberation right next to us. We've got a Battlefield really close by as well. There's a Takeover. I think I kind of want to just hit this Liberation. If we hit this Liberation, we're going to move on to the next stage. Don't forget your new backpack. Thank you for reminding me, Tristan. I really appreciate that. What was the backpack? It was a missile launcher. That might actually be very good on Hamilton. For the reason that Hamilton... might not have line of sight all the time, or it could also be very good on Blackbird. No, Blackbird's our defensive mech, or Roadrunner. Maybe you can I could get camp supplies from the resupply point, but it's very far away, Hubastomp, and that's a big problem for me. I'm going to put it on this guy. So that's probably going to make him even slower. His speed is 4, which is very slow. If I remove the quiver... No, it's going to make him too slow. Yeah, they do KO. So, for example, if you have a look at Blackbird, Blackbird has an APS system as their backpack. So their speed is 9. I don't really want them to go too slow. What is your current speed? Your current speed is 19. If we got rid of the cluster missile launcher and instead gave you the quiver, that drops you to 16 speed. I'm not too worried about that. I think that's actually a nice trade-off because those missiles are way better. It doesn't actually show up on the mech right now, but they basically have a deployable missile launcher. I quite like that, having the missile launcher. That's an indirect fire weapon with a 151 meter range, and this rifle has an 82 meter range. So they can stay back, and they've got a good overlap of ranges there. What is the range on the Vulcan? The range on the Vulcan is 100 meters. So they can reach out and touch you from pretty far away. Okay, I'm happy with this. Let's go. Let's take this Liberation mission. Now we have to minimize damage we do to the town here. That's very important. Now the base comes alive with the sound of boots. Yeah, let's suit up. We're going to deploy all 4. There's a watchtower here. This garrison relies on a watchtower to detect the resistance forces destroyed to prevent enemy from getting reinforcements. That sounds like a great use of our rocket launcher. The APS is a backpack too, yes. And there's also dense. This location provides a lot of cover but might complicate attacks. Bait enemies to get line of sight or use indirect fire weapons. So squad, we're bringing the whole team, but we're also bringing Whiplash along. And I'm going to get rid of Salty Frosty. And we're going to put our Short King Hildebrand into Whiplash. Hildebrand, I'm not calling you a Short King. We just remember we've got the Short Range King perk on Hildebrand. Now, who is going to pilot the MiG? I actually think a really good pilot for this is Shake Vivid. Because Shake Vivid can repair the mech if it's taking fire. And that's probably going to come up. It's probably going to take some hits. Yes, we're bringing a minigun and an MLRS system to minimize damage to a town. And then I'm going to put our sharpshooter in Roadrunner, which is their job. The team is looking pretty cool. I would love, if it was possible, a way to, in this screen, just clear the UI to see the screen, the team posing. But we're just gonna have to deploy and see. Okay, let's go. Shake Vivid, you get to use the Vulcan cannon first. Oh, remember that didn't work. Still over 320 freedom degrees in the wires. So we have to buy 2 new heaters. Oh, Lightning, I'm so sorry. That sounds like such a lot of work. And, like, frustration as well. You have my condolences and my sympathy. So there's the MLRS backpack there. This isn't the best place for a fight, Commander. Lead the enemy away from the buildings. Freedom Forces should be here soon. They're bringing indirect weapons to make this easier. So we have incoming help in 6 turns. We need to destroy the watchtower. And we need to avoid damage. So we've got 2 enemies here. I'm guessing this is the watchtower. I'm pretty sure we can lure these guys out of the buildings. Where they're moving to this perspective here. So let's set most of the team up over here. But we want to get the MRLS onto this. So what is the range on this thing? The range is pretty long. If I move you to here, you should have range. Yep, it's in range. So we just want to hit this. So that's that being hit with a rocket launcher attack. With 2 weeks, oh crap. That really sucks. Now, one person who can operate pretty much with impunity in the city is Hildebrand, and they are fast like lightning. So they're going to zip through these buildings here. This is pretty much the scout from TF2, is what Hildebrand is. We've got a great line of fire here. So I think we're just going to step around this corner, move a little bit further forward to about here, and we're going to open up with the SMG. Oh no, we don't have any range because you are piloting a I shoot everything in really close range mech. So I'm actually just going to bring you here. We're gonna engage them next turn at close range. Shake Vivid, we're going to be very careful with you, but you're going to start off by doing a double dash, which makes me think of Mario Kart every time I say it. And then we're just going to stomp you to this road. And basically, you're only allowed to shoot things down this road. And we'll have to make use of some primary targeting stuff. And we're going to double dash Daedra. And we're going to bring them to here. And then that's just our opening. So really all that's happening right now is we're just doing some positioning. I don't think we'll ever get XCOM 3, unfortunately. As sad as it is. I don't think that's ever going to happen. So the team's moving out, and then we're going to get a missile launch at the end of the turn. Yeah, I'm feeling really sorry for you, Lightning. I'm just going to fire off a second missile salvo, and I'm hoping that's enough to kill this. In fact, let's just go all in on making sure this thing gets destroyed, honestly. And we'll just wait, and then we'll start moving in after that, which I can't order right now. Okay, these mechs. So what are they doing? He's just standing and shooting. This guy has a missile launcher. So he's pretty dangerous. In that case, if he's just standing and shooting, we're going to get Hilt to rush forward and basically run past both of them and make some attacks as they come through. We're going to use a shotgun. Well, actually, we're going to open with the SMG as we come into range. So that's an SMG shot. Then we're going to switch to the offhand shotgun as we pass this guy. Then as we keep going to this one here, we're super hot. We're going to stop here, turn SMG, and then we're not going to have a shotgun next turn with shotgun. And then we will hold until that fire is finished. And then just to make sure we're safe, we're going to step out of line of sight there. So Hildebrand's just going straight through. Now, I have a very clean shot with a minigun against this guy, because he's not moving. but we want to wait until after Hildebrand has crossed. So at this point here, we can open up with a minigun, and that's what we're going to do. And then Daedra is taking fire this turn, so I'm going to get Daedra to just basically walk up the street, and when the fire is coming in, so from here basically, in fact right away, shield up facing this guy, and then as we come around the corner again, we're just going to tank all of his fire basically. We're going to shield up here, and we actually have time for a little shot in the middle, like this. Okay, let's see how this turn plays out. So he just killed that mech before anyone else got to fire. And he killed that mech too. And that is why a short-range king needs to be feared. And then we're just vomiting bullets across the battlefield. And that's it, we've won the mission. Sorry, that was a terrible laugh. Talk about overkill. And there's an example of how light mechs can be very good at dancing through the enemy. They're like ballet dancers. One of the new XCOM is like winning a new armored core. Hey, we got a new armored core last year and it was amazing. So I will say it does happen. I've started Expedition 33 and my lack of sense of time is getting my ass whipped. Did you enjoy? Yes, I'm really enjoying my playthrough T for 2. It just keeps getting better and better and better and better. I just finished Act 2 on Thursday, and I cannot wait until my next stream to play more of it. So yeah, mission complete. That gun is good though, isn't it? So that was a 10-second combat. There was 0 damage to enemies. We took 0 damage. We inflicted 0 damage, apparently. That makes no sense at all. I'm sure it'll be at some point. I'm just worried about what we get. So AB leveled up. I don't think anyone else is going to level up. No level up on Daedra. Definitely no level up on Shake. We might get a level up on Hildebrand, actually. Hildebrand got a level up. Cool. Look how light this mech looks. One of my biggest, saddest things about this game, and I've already tested it, is if you equip 2 SMGs, you cannot akimbo fire the SMGs. And I really, really wish you could. Or like 2 handguns or 2 shotguns. We got camp supplies. We got hope. We got basic components. There's basically nothing to... I'm going to salvage most of this stuff, actually. So that'll let us build arrow light if I salvage this. That'll get us the arms. And that'll get us the legs. I think I'm just going to salvage everything. I don't want to get taken in this. Yeah, it is very sad. Your targeted strikes and constant pressure have pushed the enemy to retreat. Occupation forces are rapidly falling back to their last stronghold in the region. I think recent XCOM sold well. They did, but they weren't... The problem you have with XCOM these days is you have a split in the market where you have people who really enjoyed new XCOM, especially XCOM 2, where your soldiers were superheroes. And the power fantasy there is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. But then you get the people who really like the more grounded, your soldiers are soldiers, they could die at any moment, this is very tactical, and they didn't like XCOM 2, and they liked new XCOM to some degree, but both of those games really became victory laps, where your super powerful units kind of won the game towards the end, and they want something a bit more grounded. And I think there's no way anyone can make a game now that both audiences will like. So we can stop to repair, which gets us a rest and resupply, or we can gain a free hope. That's what I was about to go, basically, Sorbacol. They've got Xenonauts. I like something in the middle. I would like Danger. My favorite D&D is like level 1 to 3 D&D, where there's a chance you could die, but you're turning into something powerful. I love Battletech when it's like really scrappy and light mechy and medium mechy and things could die really quickly. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Well, the mobile is going to restart the mechanics from field and force to get to work on your mech, so crew rest and recover. Cool. So we got a full repair and recovery there. We lost 1 hope. So this is standard outcome of resupplying on a frontline base. Cool. All right, now we are in the final phase. We are in the showdown phase. The enemy is barely holding on, with most of the occupation forces retreating to the last stronghold in the region. The frontline base is no longer available. All resistant forces have moved in to surround the enemy stronghold. It is time to join them. Strike the enemy stronghold to finish the fight. Somebody stop crying about Armored Core 6 not being what I wanted. I really enjoyed Armored Core 6. It was fun. I didn't know what I was expecting going into it, and I think that maybe helped me out a lot. So, here it goes, everybody. Hildebrand now has access to an ability called Overcharge, which makes them do even more damage at close combat. So we're going to grab that for them. And then AB2 and I has either Restorative Sleeper or Mech Conscious. This pilot overdrives the weapons when their mech is under threat. When receiving a hit while under 60% mech health, mech damage is temporarily increased. Or Restorative Sleeper. This pilot will keep the well-rested status for 2 additional turns of combat. I don't really like either of these. I don't want to reduce trauma limits, so I'll grab Restorative Sleeper, but not loving that, honestly. All right. We should now have enough supplies to build a new mech frame, so we're going to get that going. Cool. We have a mech frame under construction. And now we're going to head out. Hey, Undefined X100. Just popped in. How's the game treating you so far? Very good impression so far. It feels much more like the game I wanted when I picked it up originally, when it left. Even though they've said they've reduced the narrative, what they have put in has added a lot more in the way of narrative, which is a lot of fun. We're about to hit a showdown mission, which should be a pretty big deal. So I'm quite excited to see how this plays out. What are my thoughts about XCOM 2 Long War? It's too long. That's really my thing. I really like it, the idea behind it. But I got really a negative play impression from XCOM 1 Long War, where it felt like the developers, who are the developers of Terra and Victa, would nerf any play style or build that wasn't within their vision for the game, which really limited the space that the players had. This is very Mech Commander. It is very Mech Commander. Yes, it is. And I feel like Long War 2 takes that to another level, where there's like one way to play the game, and that's the right way. But I will say I haven't played a lot of Long War 2 because of my bad experience playing Long War 1. Okay, let's go. Suit up. So there's a lot of traits on this map. There's some really cool stuff in Long War 2. Really great ideas. There's just stuff in it I don't like. So we have Perilous. This mission is going to be dangerous. Prepare to lose equipment or units. Eject or retreat if things go south. The enemy can counter a wide variety of threats. Bring a versatile squad and prepare to make adjustments on the fly. The encounter might last a while. Bring units capable of taking hits. Move or die. The enemy is capable of devastating attacks. Bring units capable of quickly moving between cover. It is raining. There is water nearby. Who are you bringing to the battle? Okay, we're definitely bringing Daedra in the Defender. I think this is the team. As much as I really want to bring Salty, I haven't got a mech for them yet. So we're going to hold them in reserve for the moment, and we're going to bring this team. We can only ever deploy 4 mechs, but we can actually eventually get enough mechs that each person has their own unique mech, and that's kind of what I want to head for. So let's deploy to the mission. Let's go. This is going to be interesting. I've never done one of these showdowns, and like this is my first time seeing a showdown in this build of the game. There is a giant enemy mech in the middle of the battlefield. A frigate-class behemoth. Look at that thing. I've never fought one of these before. That is cool as hell. Well, this is something, Commander. Those heavy platforms haven't been used since the invasion. Behemoths, we call them. Difficult to run, but devastating on the battlefield. Target sighted, additional weapon systems. Ready to fire in 5 seconds. Okay, let's have a look at this thing. So, it has scan and attack, and its attack is an unknown heavy autocannon. An unidentified autocannon vastly exceeding the size of standard weapons in this type. An extremely heavy weapon unfit for mechs or most armored vehicles, likely to be repurposed naval or static defense asset adapted for behemoth weapon platforms. Do you win the game if you win the mission? Oh no. So if I win this mission, Benon, I liberate this territory and we move on to liberating the next territory. So we have to fight an entire war. We're just liberating the first sector of this territory. The ground pressure on each of those tiny feet must be huge. Yeah, can you imagine the concrete shattering underneath? What does scan do? The system is scanning for targets. Let it fire on any unit crossing the field of view. It also has secondary weapons. It has what looks like it has a turret which will be independent. It has a turret which isn't deployed, and it looks like it has side turrets as well. So we need to be aware that this is an omni position threat. Yeah, it has all of these sectors. It's Recluse 7. It has a core, a main gun, a turret, 2 side turrets, and a generator. It's a bit like FTL, yes. FTL is a really good place to put it. Where's my team? There they are. I was like, where the hell is the team? Okay, I want to start opening up on this thing as soon as possible. But let's do some positioning. I want to spread out, I think. If we're just fighting this thing, spreading out is a good idea. We're going to open up with a missile attack on it. Oh, I actually just want to click on it. Oh, I can click on specific parts of it, can I? Hang on a second. So So I can target specific locations. I've got a feeling the generator is the place to target, but we're going to hit the core turret. Try to hit the generator with the LMRS. I'm going to shoot it in the butt. And then we're going to, while you're doing that, I want you to move to here. It's actually, yeah, I'm going to get you to move to here. And fire off another back attack at the core. And I'm actually going to get you, it doesn't seem to be doing any attacks this turn. So I'm actually just going to get you to move down here and just keep firing as you move. I'm floating in love with the 3D pilots, nowhere near the potato face of battle tech. I know, it makes a big difference, doesn't it, King Killer? Low, what wumbles? Oh, wait. It's a don't call it an Omni mech, yes. Bringing Hildebrand to this battle was maybe a mistake. Hilty's going to have some problems, but what we're going to do is we're going to get in hard and fast with Hildebrand and try and do some up-close damage really quickly before it's active. This could be a mistake. I'm going to go in with the S. We're going to overdrive. No, we'll overcharge next turn. We're just going to open up with the SMG at close range. And we're going to keep moving past it. You need to skate past these things. We'll do a shot. Oh, actually going to overheat slightly. We're going to shotgun, and we're going to SMG as they run past. Okay, that's them. Next up, I want to get Blackbird into position. No, we want to get Shake Vivid into position in Hamilton. So the range is good. We just need to get them there. So that's a nice dash. And then we're going to probably just step forward. I want to use this building as cover. It may be mechanics mize a multiple leg. It definitely doesn't have anything planned for the first turn that I can see. So that's the position there, and then we're going to open up with the LMG, and we're going to. I think we're going to hit the main gun with the LMG, with the mega cannon. And make sure we don't have a collision here. There was something there. It does something there. Oh, I think that's a scan. Hang on a second. What are your orders? You don't have any orders. I think that's maybe just deploying to the battlefield there. It definitely has nothing queued up. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Daedra, and Daedra's going to try and act as a shield for Hamilton by making use of the APS when they need to. In the meantime, we're just going to take some assault rifle shots. So you can fire from here. Oh, 0% chance to hit. Interesting. Are you just out of range? 0% chance to hit. Why have you got no chance to hit? Okay, it's just a range thing. You're just out of range. I'm going to bring you forward then, because I want you to take hits from me. Okay, let's see how this works. We may lose. Okay, that was a stomp there. Okay, that worked. We're getting some hits in. Okay, now we've got some combat from it. So, it is firing its autocannon. It's doing an autocannon sweep, back and forward. And it's scanning in the rear. So we need to get these two out of here. I don't think we're going to be able to do that, though. And I've got a feeling the APS isn't going to be able to stop that autocannon fire. But while that's happening, we're going to keep firing rockets at it. So I'm just going to keep you going. We'll just get this out of the way. We'll do a coolant flush right now. So you can continue firing rockets without worrying. But keep hitting this generator, if you can. I've got a feeling some of these will miss. Oh, so I'm liking this music. That's 4 missile barrages in 1 turn. Now, what's it doing in terms of its back scanning? Okay, you don't need to worry. You can actually get... So, you can actually start stepping, like, into here to open up with your... Oh, no, I don't want you to step through there, actually. Let's just bring you around this way. Okay, so that's a really easy turn. Alright, enjoy the subway. Now, you're in a great position right now. You're running a bit hot, but I'm going to overcharge you. And then I'm going to open up with the SMG as soon as possible. And all we need to do is basically make sure that we do not get in the scan. So the scan is going to flick around here. So at this point here, we need to move. So do I have enough for a shotgun attack? I can shotgun here on the turret. And then I want to wait until about here. And then I want you to run this way. And I don't think you've got enough for an SMG on the way. You can't really SMG on the way out. So that's your whole turn. Now then. I will not be able to get Shake out of this shot, I don't think. It's going to shoot them here. So there's no getting them out. They're going to take a hit. So I kind of feel like they just stand there and take it. I would just open up again. The turret is almost... Oh, it's the main gun I want to hit. Now, we are going to try and use the APS. and see if the APS can do something for us here. It probably isn't going to be able to. But let's see if the APS can protect us from this thing. And then we'll fire off. We'll just use the shield at the end there because we're running really hot. Let's see what happens. But let's fire in this fight. Yeah, we're going to be firing a lot of shots. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm going to watch a couple of different engagements here. We're going to watch this first. So APS is actually shooting down the autocannon fire. Daedra is tanking that autocannon fire for us. And we just took out the turret. Oh my god, that was awesome. Okay, let's have a look at what happens with this stuff over here. So shotgun hit, turn, SMG hit on the turret. That turret's down. That turret's destroyed. And then pulling out. And there goes the main gun. So, I just want to watch that APS fire again. Intercept, 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 intercept. Yes! Took some hits on the shield, but that's what the shield's for. And then the gun is gone. That's huge. Okay, we've got loads of missiles coming in as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring... so let's just check what it's doing. Doesn't care about its behind at all. So we're going to bring you in to about here, and you're just going to start opening up on it. I don't think you've got good range. Well, we need to wait till you're around the corner first. So wait till you're here. How is that generator doing? Hasn't taken much damage. Hit the turret. I know the chance to hit is low, but you're just closing in. So you're just closing in and shooting at it. Now I want to have a look at you. You're doing tons of damage. It's scanning. Nothing at scanning is going to hit you this turn. So let's bring you back in so you've got range. It's going to move into you. I'm going to overcharge again for more damage. And we're going to SMG. We don't have range yet. We have range here on the core. So we're going to double SMG that core. I want to get you a little bit closer as well. So let's actually get you to about here. Screw it. Let's go all in. Let's get you to here. So you're basically underneath it. It's going to collide with you there. So let's start backing you up. So you're backing up and shooting. And then if you've got the heat for it, let's just hit it with a shotgun in the core as well. Okay, and now this team here, I think we just keep doing what we're doing. I think this is working really well. So you're probably getting really hot. But just start hitting that top turret for me. In fact, that top turret's going to go. Screw that. Hit the core. Go for the core. And just stand there. And then you are running... not running too hot. We'll just keep popping the APS. The APS is doing the work for us. Means you're not firing, but I don't really care right now. This is like extremely great work. Okay, let's execute. Oh, we might have some friendly fire here. Actually, I may have miscalculated. Yeah, we're gonna cut Daedra apart from behind. Oh no, we're actually okay. Something big just went. I'm not sure what just went. Hull integrity compromised. Activating emergency protocols. Sending power to reserve weapons. All right, I want to just watch what happened over here. So they came in, overcharging, SMG fire for tons, SMG fire for tons, big shotgun hit, and then on the backside, I want to watch that as well. So the missiles are coming in. They're not hitting the core, but they are just hitting. Okay. So this thing has still got... What's it still got? Yeah, it's big enough that if you miss the part, you still hit. Okay, cool. So it's still got a turret at the front. It's still got a back turret. It's still got its power core. The core is almost down. I think we just focus it down. Excuse me. Now, Hamilton is running... Whiplash is running really hot. But let's get out. Actually, look, it's gonna stomp. He's gonna be out for the stomp. That's great. And then we'll bring you around here. And what I want to do is I want to poke this targeting core. And you're not gonna get scanned either. So hit the core. Hit the core again and keep moving forward while that's happening. And you're not going to get scanned, right? You might get scanned a little bit. Thanks, TRM. I'm going to get you to focus on that rear core as well. Only 47% damage, though. Let's get you to move forward a little bit closer. Oh, not into scan range, though. Let's not take a hit we don't need to take. So to here. And then when you're there, give me shots on the core. On the power generator. Meanwhile, frontal assault team, we're going to stop using the APS. I'm going to bring you forward. And we'll get you to shield as this is happening. So about here. And then I want you to open fire on that turret. And hopefully take it out for me. And in the meantime, you, I think, are losing range on this guy. But I want you just to shoot the core. And I think it's going to die this turn. Oh, it died as soon as the turn started. Nice. That was very nice. Good work, team. Victory. I was expecting that to be a lot harder than it was. The minigun made a big difference. The APS was the MVP there. 20 seconds that fight took. We took 155 damage. We did 9,000 damage to destroy 12 units. Level ups. That's not a level up for AB. No level up for Daedra. No level up for Shake. And no level up for Hildebrand either. We got a unit core, we got an arrow torso, arrow legs, Nox arm. We got a sword. Subway has been gathered. Wow, was it? We did well. Inertial dampening pod. Power shielding, but we have a sword, which doesn't look great here. We also have a new assault rifle with reinforced stock and composite 3. That's a cool looking assault rifle. Cool. No news with salvageable equipment detected, so there's nothing to salvage, unfortunately. With the last stronghold falling, the enemy is in full retreat. Furland Freedom Forces are setting up defenses and will hold the province from here on out. Reports of celebrations in nearby towns are coming in. There is still much to be done, but that could come later. Your crew is in good spirits and is looking forward to a well-deserved rest. Our resistance outpost nearby should be a good place to stop. So we now have the stronghold of Mesa 1, so we'll head there. And that is this province liberated. Oh, sorry, it's over here. What am I talking about? That is the whole province liberated, which means there's no more fights in this province. So we move on to the next stage of the game, FTL style, when we need to move into a new area to liberate it. Cheers erupt as you arrive at the resistance outpost. As you head outside to meet the commander, your crew rushes to greet the local pilots and set up camp. The 3F managed to salvage some of Cascade's supplies as they withdrew from the area and offered to split them between you and the outpost. You wait for options. So we get an experimental weapon and unit cores, or some medium armor and rare components. I'm definitely going to be getting myself an experimental weapon. Let's see what we grab. Thanks, Super Stomp. I'm actually going to end the stream quite soon, so you're not going to miss too much of this either. So we got another cool assault rifle, which I'm a little bit sad about. I was hoping for something a little bit cooler than another cool assault rifle, but still. It's got the Supercharged 3 perk for minus 25% duration, minus 18 heat generation, and plus 21% damage, which is very cool. We now need to interact with the front line. We're going to recruit a pilot or two. We have 476 points. So let's grab Quebec because they have glasses, and that's hilarious. They're another rookie pilot. So now we have 6 pilots, which I think is our limit. Apparently I can recruit more. Yeah, we're at our pilot limit now, so we need to upgrade the base before we can recruit any more. So we're going to exit here, and now we're going to travel to the next destination. And we have 2 options of where we can travel to. We can travel 11 hours to get life back to normal for the servs. Yes. We can head to Stigat. The invading forces took a special interest in taking Stigat over. Due to its strategic importance, it's home to many extraction operations and power plants. If we go here as a tracking smart missile, I didn't see that, McAllister. Thank you for pointing that out. We'll have to check that again. There are actually smart weapons in this game. So if I remember correct, so it might actually be a smart weapon that I didn't pay attention to. Occupation forces reliant on numbers, conventional armored vehicles, and missile launchers. An unsophisticated adversary, often utilizing incomplete mechs missing one or both arms in favor of backpack weapons, or the Western Pass. Strategically important path through the Sunset Walls mountain range, a critical supply path for the invasion forces, and an easily defendable choke point blocking the way to the rest of Furland. Local forces are reserves, which has the same backpack res optional. You would not be able to pick it later. So do we want to go and liberate Stigat as a backup area for level 2 forces, or do we want to move on to the Western Pass and take on the ones in the Western Pass? Just so everyone knows what our aim is to get to the capital district and liberate the capital. But that's a long way away. So what are we thinking? Stigat or Western Pass? I'm thinking we just move on to the Western Pass, honestly. I'm not too worried about going back and dealing with some reserves. The Resistance can deal with them. I think I'm quite happy to head to the Western Pass. If we click on this, tell me it's optional. Optional liberation. The occupation forces of the region are vulnerable to attack. You can travel here to grow your arsenal and get experience before proceeding. Or priority. Critical operation. Cut the enemy supply line and secure the route to the Western Pass to prevent retaliation against the outer provinces. Oh, there's a demo for the game. That's great. So there you go, everybody. There's a demo out for the game on Steam. So I think I'm going to take the Western Pass. We're not going to head back to Stigat. Sorry, Alex, I'd already picked. You approach the Western Path along valley carved from the surrounding mountain range. It is the only large path large enough to accommodate Cascade's heavy cargo crawlers, which carry reinforcements and value supplies through the pass daily. Hitting this artery would hurt. Cut off from the rest of the field and the remaining forces this side of the sunset walls will be forced to retreat. With no alternate routes through this mountains, take the choke point seal gates. See, this is what I'm talking about. They are saying that they've actually removed narrative from the game. I think this kind of thing has added so much narrative to the game. It gives me a reason to understand why I'm fighting in this location and what for, which the other game, the previous version, just did not have. And here we are in the Western Pass. Okay. The province has different objectives than the one you just liberated. Avoid the enemy patrols to catch up and try to catch up to the cargo carrier traveling into the mountains. Consider using overdrive. So there's a carrier here, heavy Cascade carrier traveling towards the Western Pass. Disabling this could prevent future carriers and reinforcements from accessing the pass. There is also a patrol here, which if they find us will attack us, and if things get bad. And you can see the path the carrier is going to take through this area and then up into the mountains. Now, one thing I want to quickly check is our inventory, and I want to check that new gun. Experimental auto rifle. Each round packs a small amount of solid propellant, enabling a mid-fight course correction. So it doesn't say anything in the stats that it is homing, ballistic, Invictus. No, this is just the people who make it. It doesn't say anywhere that it is more accurate, but supposedly it is. Actually, we already have one of these as well. We've got this one as well. We just liberated this one. But so far we've been using the Astras, which don't have that ability. So we'll have to see if these do actually have that homing capability, which would be pretty cool if they did. I do have bad news for everybody, though, because it has reached the time that I unfortunately need to leave the stream. I don't have more time today to keep streaming. And I have a lot of work I need to get done today, and it's 11 a.m. for me. So I've been streaming since 8:30. I have had a ton of fun, though. This has been really, really cool, and I'm glad that we got a whole region liberated. There's two things we could do with this, because I think everyone is enjoying this, right? There's two things we could do. One, I could roll this into a new... excuse me. I could roll this into a new series. And get that out alongside Xenonauts 2, which is my priority right now. Xenonauts 2 is my priority. Or I could just stream this again next week. And yeah, weekly cadence is quite slow, but this could be the Sunday game for a little while as we clear it out. I quite like the idea of making this a Sunday game. If you're interested in having a say in whether this becomes the Sunday game or a new video series, let me know on the Discord or leave a comment on this video. So rather not in chat, but in the comments. And I'll weigh it up. I'll make a decision based on what people are liking the look of. I've got a feeling people are going to want a series rather than a stream. I also just want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in today. It's been great having you in chat. I've really enjoyed your excitement and my excitement of the whole thing. I hope you all have a great week. If you have a second, I'd really appreciate a like on the video. If you're watching on YouTube, that would be really, really kind of you. I'm going to head off, get myself some breakfast because I'm starving, get myself some coffee because I have not been caffeinated yet today, and I'm going to start doing some video recording for Xenonauts 2 once I've had a bit of a break. And then I'm going to do some deck building for Riftbound as well. If anyone here is a Riftbound player, I'm trying to get my set deck to be good enough to take on Kaisa, which is proving very, very difficult. But thank you all for being here. I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. You're all awesome. Never forget that. Xenonauts 2 is launching this week. We also have Terra Invicta on Tuesday. We have Claire Obscura on Thursday. We'll have to have something else on Sunday. Undefined X100, I will, because I'm very interested to see what they say. Thank you for recommending that. I'm always really interested in other people's opinions, considering I was very negative on the original launch of this game. But I actually feel guilty about that. I'm very curious to see what the Scarlet Seeker is saying. So thank you for pointing that out. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking or I'll be here forever. Just remember that you all rock. And always walk softly and carry a very big gun. Ciao for now, everybody. See ya. Bye.